Hello, everyone. For those of you all who are new to our channel, we are the Sammy, Nicole, and Fifi Show, and we are a the only dynamic mother-daughter duo here on YouTube. And on our channel, we discuss all things love, life, relationships from both the millennial perspective, myself, Sammy, Nicole, on the left hand side, and from the Generation X perspective, my beautiful mother on the right hand side. And we are coming to you guys live and direct. If you like our channel, we go live every Thursday and Saturday night, 7 p.m. ish, heavy on the ish, Eastern Standard Time. And we ask you guys, if you like what you hear, you like our concept, you like our show, please be sure to like the video, like, and we also ask that you
come on in. I see you. Come on in.
Yes, we also ask that you please subscribe to the channel. It costs nothing to do so. It's free 99. So y'all please be sure to subscribe to our channel. With that being said, let's get our disclaimers out the way. Everything we're going to say on tonight's show is allegedly. Everything we're going to say on tonight's show is allegedly. Everything we're going to say during tonight's show is allegedly. Even our name is allegedly. All right? Second disclaimer. All individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. All individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Again, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. All right. And again, if you haven't already, make sure you like this video. If you're catching a replay, make sure you like this video. And if you haven't subscribed, why haven't you? You know you love us. Come on to subscribe to your girl's channel. All right. With that being said, let's get it started. It's been a lot going on in these YouTube streams. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? Let me see the people in the chat. Hey, Gap Girl. She said, hey, beautiful mom and daughter. Hi, beautiful. Hey, Queen Lily. Hey, Essex Sage left. Hey, TBD said, I was waiting for y'all at the door. I know that's right. TBD said, we got a lot to discuss. Hey, Sanders RN23. Hey, all. I'm in the clouds working tonight. Okay. We're going to have a kiki anyway. Yes. Yes, y'all come on in. Hey, this Hall Diva. Hey. To discuss. Let's go ahead and get it started. We want to start with the phone calls, and we want to talk about the mess on these YouTube streets. Let's start off with the phone calls.
Let's start off with the phone calls. Let's stay. We're gonna stay. Because we're gonna have a good kiki.
Because last time we cut up so bad, we forgot to talk about the phone calls at the last minute.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the phone calls, y'all. Let's talk about the phone calls. Let's talk about. I want to talk about that. I guess pretty much about Dre Ernesto phone call.
Okay, you want to start with the juiciness.
Yeah, let's start there.
Okay, go ahead. Let me see. Sanders RN23 said it's a lot of Prama people in the chat tonight. Hey, just Friday 88. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Dre and Nesto. Sonya trying to hook Nesto, and Sonya trying to hook Dre up with the sister. What do you think about that?
Her younger sister.
Oh, they selling the younger sister to Dre like she some prime real meat.
Quality woman. She a good woman.
Yeah.
She the type of woman, if a man was sick and in the hospital, she'd hold his penis to let him pee.
Wipe his butt.
Take care of him. Make sure he okay. And she got real hair in her head. And she pretty. And she don't need no ninja for nothing. She got her own money. And she ain't like these other women.
She got her own house. She got her own.
You know what that means? Do you know what that means? She got her own job. She got to work hard, 2 jobs. She a bad bro. And you don't know, sit down. He said she Miss Independent.
Yes.
Right, they do. She got a check though. What they need you for? Do they have their own? So Nesto and Dre obviously they are of like mind.
Mm-hmm.
They like women.
And we really heard that in this call.
Yes. They want women who are financially stable, understandably so. We want men that's financially stable because we don't do broke over here, okay? We don't. God bless you, but we don't do it.
Okay.
They want a woman that's got a check. They want a woman that's not going to be a burden.
Yeah.
Ernesto said she got, and they the type, they don't want a woman asking them for nothing. Ernesto said she got her own money. He said that's rare to find a good woman like that that's pretty and don't ask you for no money. Most of these women, they be wanting you to buy them lace fronts and taking $100 dinners and stuff.
Buying them expensive
clothes. Yeah. Get mad at Shirley when you knew what time it was when you got with Shirley. It's like he resents her. He resents Shirley. You knew she liked nice things like that.
Yeah.
Didn't Dre tell you, are you sure you're ready for this when you first was getting when you first married her or prior to you getting ready to propose to her? And now you want to throw shade at the lady because she want to live in a lap of luxury?
Shirley was just his way to continue allegedly doing his schemes. Shirley was the person that funded his criminal activity, allegedly. He wasn't really into Shirley like that, but he had to do what he had to do. Because he couldn't change his old ways. So, every chance he get to talk shit about Shirley in these calls, he talks shit about Shirley. Every chance, every opportunity.
He resents her.
He resents her.
And that's dangerous to be with somebody that resents you.
And Dre right along with it. Dre didn't want to really talk to her. He didn't really want to talk to Sonia's sister. He was like, hey, yeah, Nesto, I'm working. I'm on the road. I'm this, I'm that. Oh, Nesto just selling her. And then did y'all hear when Nesto said, little mama look like Jada Pinkett?
The Jada Pinkett Smith from the 90s?
He said little mama look like Jada Pinkett. And she about her business. Oh, baby. Did y'all hear when he said that?
Now, okay, Jada Pinkett in the 90s. And
did y'all hear when he said that?
Okay, Jada Pinkett in the 90s and still to this day, she is beautiful. Okay, despite what people may think about Jada, I don't always agree with the choices that she makes, but she is a beautiful woman. Okay, now I'm not saying Lil Mama is not cute. Okay, she's cute. I don't like her, but she's cute. Okay, but she ain't no damn Jada Pinkett. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's what he said. Did y'all hear that?
She ain't no damn Jada Pinkett Smith. The Jada Pinkett Smith.
I say Nesto and went too damn far now.
Okay, contrary to what people may say, I know Jada have her stuff going on, but she's like a 90s legend. She is.
That's what Nesto said. Nesto say this girl, Sonya got it going on. And them earlier calls, he was boosting Sonya up.
From Menace to Society, A Different World, Jason's Lyric. I mean, Set It Off. I mean, she ain't no Jada.
Yeah.
But she cute. But she ain't no damn Jada. Excuse my French. Y'all done got me cussing. I'm not supposed to be cussing, but that's just true.
That comment right there, I say, how disrespectful that is to Miss Jada.
He just be saying anything.
Anything.
But like Dre said, you be pumping everybody. Remember when Dre said you said the same thing about Panay?
Yeah.
He tried to look
up with Panay. Did y'all catch that? You said the same, and then they be crazy as hell. They have all kind of stuff going on with them.
So he just be trying to hook him up with everybody.
And why do he think Dre need to be hooked up? Dre nice looking man. Dre don't need him.
Yeah, he got the woman that live out of state. He flew up to go visit to spend his birthday with her daughter like him, her family and friends like him. They helped him celebrate his birthday. So he don't need Nesto help. Dre is a nice looking man and he don't need his help. He got it.
What did y'all hear that conversation Dre and Nesto had about his girl out of town? Yeah. Now the girl just met him. She took me over to her mama's house. They had balloons. They had a cake. Why we do all that for a man that we just met? Why do we go all out and invest so much in a Negro we just been known for 2 weeks? We don't even know how it's gonna go. And then we have an attitude when it don't turn out the way we thought it should turn out.
Well, you know,
as women, why do we do that?
You know why we do that, Mama?
Why?
And they said it on a call. Because we desperate.
Ooh, lessons in
life. And let's unpack it a little bit more.
I want to unpack that.
It's desperation and it's anxiety. It's anxiety and feeling like, okay, I met this guy. I really like him. I've been having some challenges with meeting other decent men in my life. And I feel like I finally met a decent guy. Do I know him all the way? No. Do I know his character? No. But he appears to have his stuff together. He's nice looking and he's a decent guy. So let me show my appreciation for him because I'm sure he has options and I want to lock him down. And I'm fearful. I'm fearful that if I don't put my best foot forward, if I don't, go above and beyond, then I may not be chosen by him. And I need to prove that I'm a good match. I'm a good woman. That he needs to settle down with me.
Because I may have some competition.
I may have some competition. And I like this guy. I want it to work. I don't want to be alone. So I'm going to try to put my best foot forward. And I'm going to go the extra mile. I feel like oftentimes we as women say, oh, I'm just a good person. That's why I go above and beyond for men. That's why I pay men bills. That's why I give men a place to stay. That's why I let men drive my car because I'm just
drop me off at work.
And drop me off at work because I'm a good person and he needs help. No, I disagree. I challenge that. I think that you lack boundaries. And that you're operating from a mindset of scarcity and you doing what you feel like you have to do to help a man. That's what I think.
And men, we can't even. And men want to take us on coffee dates.
And you like feeling needed by a man because in some way, shape, or form, you feel like you're in control if he needs you financially. And I wish women would stop lying about that. Oh, I'm just a good person. That's why I take care of him. That's why he live in my house for free because he couldn't make his rent no more. I just wanted to help him out. I'm a kind person. You wouldn't do that for the next woman on the street.
Exactly.
It's a reason why you doing it for a man. But if you such a kind person, you would do that for anybody off the street. If you were such a kind person, no, you doing it because you have a motive. You want to lock that man down and you want to let him know,
feel like it's a competition.
Yeah, and you feel like you want to show him.
I'm gonna lose him. I gotta be one up on the next one. And this lady took Dre to meet her family, took her daughter.
Now, if she wants to now let me finish my point that I'm making.
Okay, go ahead.
Like I said, a lot of times it's coming out of fear, and you want to show that man that,
hey, everybody,
I'm a reliable woman. You can trust me, and I can hold you down. And I'm ride or die, and this is why you should pick me. I don't think it's women are doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They're doing it.
Is that what
because they want to prove themselves?
A pick me.
That's where the pick me comes from. When women do things or say things to appease men, even if it goes against their own well-being or their own better judgment, even if it goes against their own best interests, they do it to appease the men. That's where pick me come from. Now, with this lady, yes, she introduced him to her daughter, her family. They did a little birthday celebration. I just think she likes Dre more than he likes her. I mean,
and let's unpack that because we often talk about that,
right?
Liking the man more than he likes you,
right? And we may need a little bit more information, a little bit more tea to confirm that she's 100% desperate because we don't have all our facts together on that.
Yeah.
But I do.
We gotta get our facts together.
Yeah. But I do think she's trying to put her best foot forward. She knows it's competition, and she's trying to let him know you need to choose me. And it's nothing wrong with liking somebody. Just so we're clear, I don't want anybody to get anything misconstrued. There's nothing wrong with liking a person. There's nothing wrong with showing interest, whether you're a man or woman. I think you should do so. Whether you're male or female. But I think you should do it within reason. And I don't think you should go overboard. And I feel like oftentimes as women, we do too much. And it's not reciprocated and it's not warranted. It's nothing wrong with showing interest. That's common sense. If you're interested in somebody, you should show them that you're interested. But being overzealous about it or just being extra, you doing too much. And it's either one or two things. People look at you as desperate or they look at you as stupid. And either way, depending on the type of person they are going to try to finesse you and take advantage of it. Like we've seen with Ernesto and Ebony, and Ernesto and Shirley, and the many other women that he finessed and conned out of their money, allegedly.
And men don't like that. Men like a little pushback, y'all. They like that little pushback. They don't want anything that's not challenging. They ain't gotta run up behind. I find that men like that little pushback. When you thirsty and fall down at their knees, and when you first meet them and start dating, and you taking them to your mama house and buying them a cake. You see how they were talking about that lady? Like Dre was like, yeah, I'm the man. She did, yeah, Nesto. Everybody love me, Nesto. I'm the man. I flew up to her a few times. She ain't came to me one time, this, that. Oh, they just talking about this lady. And I'm thinking to myself, come on, y'all. Come on. Really? See how men sit and talk about us?
Like we talk about them, if not worse.
You got a point there.
Ain't no better than us. But okay, something that you said, I want to talk about that a little bit more. When you said how you believe that with men, you got to give them a little bit of resistance. You got to kind of play hard to get. I think that overall, as people, whether we are men or women, why do we always?
Hey, Jacqueline.
How come we don't appreciate people when they're showing genuine interest towards us? I feel like when we find people who are showing like genuine interest in us and they're into us, we don't pay them the time of day half of the time. But it's usually the people who are giving us pushback and giving us resistance. Those are the ones that we run to the fastest. Whereas when you have somebody that like you,
the psych major, why?
When you have someone that like you, and just because you ain't gotta do too much, you ain't gotta put on your girdle, your lace front, you ain't gotta get your nails done, you ain't gotta do your makeup, your waist trainer. They just like you for you. You can have a bald spot in the back of your head if you a man. You ain't gotta do the powder to fill in the bald spots in your head. When we have people like that just genuinely like us for who we are, we play them to the left and put more of our focus on the person that's playing hard to get. I noticed that with both men and women. And I think we oftentimes do that because it's a self-worth issue. It's the belief that we tell ourselves. Like we don't think we deserve it.
So it's a battle with our inner self.
Yeah. I think so. And we can kind of tie that back to Sonia and Nesto. We all know that Sonia love Nesto way more than he would ever /love her.
Yes.
And instead of her, when they have their conversations in previous phone calls, shout out to phone calls from prison, she would talk to Nesto about the different men she was dating or the different men that were interested in her, and how she would basically play those men, those potential suitors who were actually free and legit and had careers and legitimate businesses, all the shade intended. She would play them to the left so she could stay on Global Tail Link with Ernesto and put money on his book and go down to the Cobb County Adult Detention Center
on that nasty phone
to go visit him and talk to him. But I'm like, you got all these men out here in the free world, let you tell it, who want to holler at you, who want to get at you. And you so focused on this man who is married to another woman, if not more, who is criticizing your looks, who is talking crap about you behind your back to his sons and his partners, who has had other women outside of you. You're so fixated and obsessed with him, but you got other suitors who are interested in you, and you don't pay them the time of day. because she likes to challenge. She's choosing the path of resistance. And that's what we tend to do, whether we're male or female, because Sonia has what? A scarcity mindset. She doesn't believe that she can get more and that she deserves more. That's why that's a part of the appeal of Ernesto. It ain't just the liquid V and the black mask, y'all. It ain't just the black mask, the toys, or the liquid V. That's not all it is.
And Dre said he gets his smoothies and his fruits and vegetables to keep the blood flowing, so his thing will be straight. So Dre let us know he ain't gotta have no liquid V.
He don't need no liquid V. He keeping it natural to keep it long and strong. Yuck. Anyway,
but that's a good point. Lessons in love. That's a good point. You know, she choose to go sit her little narrow tail down there at that jail and get verbally abused, because that's exactly what Ernesto does to her.
He's bitch checking her. Excuse my French, y'all.
Every chance he get, she sits her little behind down in that chair and get verbally abused. That's what she wants. That makes her feel, I guess, complete. I guess that makes her feel, like, and it's another thing with her too. The competition. I got him.
Ego.
Yeah, I got it. The wife was all of this. She had money. She had fame. She has this.
But I'm the ride or die. I'm the
ride or die. I'm the one that's holding it down.
See. This is why I'm the better option. It's competition. Her ego.
As women, why do we feel like we got to compete against one another?
Because we're just naturally competitive. Just like we always talk about men being competitive. We are competitive. We are. It just is what it is. How many times we hear other women talking about another woman, she ain't got no man, she ain't got this, she ain't got that. Why do we do that to each other?
Or why can't we be happy with one another when one of us do find love?
You said it. You said that.
Or why do we feel like we're, a woman has, more than we have when they're in a relationship? It's just a lot of things. Listening to these phone calls just make you think about a lot of things and related to love and relationships and setting boundaries. I tell you, this situation with Shirley and Ernesto, no, it's not a good thing for Shirley. But if you really listen to the calls and if you really, break things down,
and dissect what you listen to and really take the time to think about it.
It's some takeaways you can take away from this.
Yeah, it's some jewels.
It's some jewels. It's some lessons. And that's why we started this series.
Yup.
That's why.
Yup. And made a gag order not be approved.
Okay.
We can keep talking about it.
Let's talk about that gag order.
Okay, then we got to go back to the phone calls. Go ahead and say what you want to say.
Since you said it. Why they trying to shut us up when Ernesto been out in these YouTube streets? He engaged 2 interviews
with Keisha K
and one with Manny Friends. Okay, so now you mad? Now you mad? You trying to keep the information from us because you mad? Because we out here and Shirley know about it now? It's too late for that. But shout out to Pam. Pam broke it down.
Pam. Shout out to Pam, the Law Intellect. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. Go ahead.
It's so many issues with that, with what they filed. She said she doubt it, just the Constitution. She doubts that the gag order will be approved by the judge. So y'all think we're gonna be all right.
They're gonna deny it. That's what Pam and Pam
said. I think it's gonna be stamped denied.
Okay.
From my understanding, from what Pam said.
And this is from Pam and Pam, not the other attorney that Manny Fresh had on her page.
Did y'all see that mess Manny Fresh had going on last night? She went and found some friend, some lady she knew from the R. Kelly trial. Brought her on her live last night, like she up in one. They discussing criminal stuff, but every now and then she'll throw a little tidbit in related to Ernesto case, to try to supersede maybe some little stuff Pam said. I'm like, She too old to be so messy. First of all, you too old to be messy. And second of all, you ain't intelligent enough to be messy. I said it. I said it. I said it. You ain't even, and I'm standing on it. You ain't even intelligent enough to be messy. Come on now.
Let me read these comments. So you saying it requires a certain level of intellect,
exactly,
to be messy and shady.
To be messy and shady,
Phaedra Park style. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, let me read y'all comments. Bridget said, "Is wiping butt the standard for women? For them, it is, because they're getting up in age and they want a woman that's gonna take care of them." Ernesto said he found it very admirable that Sonia's younger sister, when Chuck, their daddy, was on his deathbed, she wiped his butt, she bathed him, she laid in the bed with him, and she comforted him during his final days. And he thought that was very admirable because according to Ernesto said, y'all pretty women don't want to really wipe no man butt.
Somebody to do that.
Yeah, he said y'all pretty women nowadays, Bridget, don't want to take care of no man if he was sick or in the hospital or on his deathbed. Ernesto said y'all pretty women nowadays will pay somebody else to do it instead of wiping your man butt and holding his penis to pee if he needed it. Because y'all pretty women not doing that no more, Bridget. So that's why he said Sonia's little sister is a better woman than y'all, because she's willing to sacrifice and be selfless, and she got real hair in her head. Okay, let me see. TBD said, "I felt like these words had relative meanings. Like I think classy, I think Diane Carroll, Ernesto thinks Sonia, I think good woman, I think faithful human, Ernesto think maid." Yes, it is relative. Yes, it is. It is. It's contingent upon how you perceive the word. Yeah, it's subjective. Queen Lily said, "They are not my type of man. A man provides. I have my own, but he needs to spoil you." All right now, Lily.
I know that's right.
Okay. They say they woman got to come with a check and bring something to the table. She got to have her own and not need them. But I'm like, if that's the case, why was you robbing Peter to pay Paul to get that G-Wagon and that ring? If you so big on a woman having her own, you felt that pressure from y'all pillow talking and her talking about what Steve was buying Marjorie. And you got under that pressure. Yeah. TBD says she owned King of Diamonds too. When he said that, Fifi. Yeah, he was talking about his other friend.
Okay.
Yeah, he was talking about his other friend. I think that's the girl, the one that he said owned King of Diamonds in Atlanta. That's the one that was on that show on WeTV with Neo ex-wife.
That's her.
Neo ex-wife and
the brown skin.
Yeah, that's her. With Neo ex-wife, Usher ex-wife, Goshay in Malaysia from basketball. Bold and Bougie, yes.
Okay, that's the girl. That's who he was talking about.
The one that got her doctorate in nursing with the BBL, the botched BBL. That's the one. Okay. That's the one Ernesto was talking about. Ernesto know everybody. Lord have mercy. Anyway, TBD said a sentence full of lies. Lisa Craig said that comment took me out. Yes, it did. Hey, Marilyn said Ray was not feeling Ernesto putting him in that predicament. He is having no problem finding a one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hello again, Cass. Let me see. TBD is responding to Cass. Hello. Queen Lily said, I saw her sister, and then I'm lying. Yeah, her sister cute, but she ain't. She cute.
Queen, she ain't looking like nothing.
Yeah. TBD said, where you saw her? Queen Lily said, I don't do that. A man has to prove himself to me. The thought that we as women have to remember we are the prize. But so many of us forget that, the tall diva.
Yeah.
Queen Lily says, I have never done that. Hey, Leo vibes. Hey. Jacqueline J said, we here. Hey, Jacqueline. Exit stage left said, Nesto's motive, in my opinion, is to have access to Dre's money. But he'll never get it though.
Oh no, Dre too smart.
Game recognized game. Like he said, Dre is an old gangster. Let's see. Nyla showed it on her channel. Sonia's younger sister. Yeah, I saw that picture. Bridget said, I'm sorry, but Sonia should feel embarrassed by Nesto's thoughts of her. I would never want to be described as a woman who doesn't require much.
Mm.
Neither do I. And speaking of that, Bridget, I would also kind of be looking at Ernesto's side eye. Why you keep ranting and raving about how fine my sister is?
Yeah.
You
said it more than once.
On multiple occasions, on multiple phone calls. You hyping my sister looks up more than you hyping mine up. What's up with that? Mm-hmm. To me, that kind of sound like if the opportunity presented itself, you would try to go with my sister too.
Oh. And you know, Ernesto seemed like that type of man.
Oh, for sure.
Some low down.
For sure.
Like that.
For sure.
He
For
like
sure. I don't doubt it. I don't put it past him. TBD said, at Bridget Facts, you heard her translated to, you're a nice lady. I was like, she didn't say that. He didn't say that, excuse me. Jacqueline J said, she always says she's emotionally unavailable. Hey, Brandy.
Hey.
TBD said, I don't know, Sammy. If what Ernest said is true, it may have been him helping her with her incontinence. You know, he did, though, TBD, was call her. I know he said he called and checked on her and make sure he was straight, but anybody could do that. It's not like he rushed down there to wipe her butt.
I think he did say he changed her her diaper.
Oh, he said
that, y'all, didn't he say that? I went by there and changed the diaper. Didn't he say that, y'all? Somebody let me know. But I think that's what he said.
Okay, because I just thought he said he called down there, but y'all let us know in the chat. Let me see. TBD also said, I think the result of the patriarchy and one being pit against each other, where women weren't always seen and allowed to live in their own agencies in response to the competitiveness. Yeah, and then there used to be a time where as women, you know, just until the 70s, actually, we couldn't have our own bank accounts and credit cards if we weren't married. So, you know, back during that time, you know, we literally needed a man to survive and have a decent quality of life. And so maybe that's also where the competitiveness came in at, and it's just persisted, you know, decades and generations later. I don't know. Let me see. TBD said, I drove by it. I was like, IDKIS. TBD said he didn't say any admirable. He said that turned him on. Hey, Kelly.
Hey.
Let me see. Bridget said, what is the obsession with her having exclusive courthouse tea?
I don't know what it is with Manny Fresh. What's going on? Like, she got to be the first one to bring it. The plea, talking about Erica King, plea was denied. So Pam went over there. I don't know. What is she doing, y'all? What is Manny doing? She doing too much. First of all, she's not that significant anymore. Not to me. So I know she has a little following over there, people that, you know, follow her. But, who is listening to her like that? She said, every time I say something, they just say, I lie. I said, yeah.
Okay, all right. TBD also said, oh, I thought he was saying Sonya owned KOD. No, she don't own KOD. She worked at a strip club down in Miami. He was talking about another girl here in Atlanta. Let me see. Leo Vibe said, who was V? I think that was another woman that him and Dre knew. Leo Vibe said that Ernesto was talking about. Queen Lily said she married to a doctor dentist. Okay. Hey, lady.
Hey.
Let me see. TBD said in that call, he said he helps her put on diapers and wipe her ass.
He sure did. He went on. He sure did. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
Yeah.
All right. I stand corrected. Thanks, y'all. Okay. Changed her pull-ups.
Yep. I thought that's what he said. Yep. He said it. Yep. I was like, wow.
Jacqueline J said he changed her pull-up and watched a movie with her.
Because she mentioned that. Remember when you came over and we watched a movie together? I remember her saying that. Yeah.
So she must have been really lonely. Where was Tomas?
And her daughter.
And her brother. And her sister. And Yvette. Where was Yvette?
And she was here in Atlanta because she mentioned she was at Piedmont Hospital.
So nobody came down. I mean, I know it was during COVID, so maybe she could only have one person come at a time, but her daughter lives here.
I don't know. And all the people she said she know Jagged Edge, didn't know better. Oh, she's
girl, you know Brandon and them is not coming down for no Piedmont Hospital. She probably know Jagged Edge. I know Jagged Edge. I see them at MCK all the time. I can walk up to Brandon from Jagged. I walked up to Brandon, touching him on the shoulder. He has some nice, strong arms, by the way. I was like, I love your music. He was like, thank you. Anyway, that ain't nothing. You can see them down at the MCK in Buckhead. Child, let me finish reading these comments. Okay, I guess that explains why she feels such a strong affinity for him.
Yeah.
Marilyn Brown said he definitely said he changed her diaper. I thought Sonia originally said that they only texted
for 30 days.
So Ernesto was caught in a lie. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Cass said at Bridget, it's for those clicks and likes. Unfortunately, she's lost all credibility due to her over the top shenanigans.
Yes, Cass. I was like, what is she doing? And where did she find that young lady? And when I saw that young lady on Manny Fresh Live yesterday, I said, run. I want to say, run, Forrest, run. You about to get yourself wrapped up in some foolishness messing with that lady.
Bridget said it was too much discussion about wiping butt. TVD said I listened to an excellent panel over there on Legacy Moon. I think last night or night before. One of the ladies said IS have a need to be looked up to and praised. So she's obsessed with being it.
And then one day she was driving to, I guess, Young Thug's trial. She said, you know what? Get a different channel, and it's going to be all about travel because I want you guys to experience some traveling. From who? Where you going?
Maybe she gonna take a trip over to Africa and show y'all, things about the motherland and educate y'all
and see her sister wife.
Let's move on.
Let's go on.
Let's move on because I don't like where this is going. Let's move on. Leo Vibe said, so now we know why Sonia won't leave his side. He changed her pull-up. Yeah. But how disheartening that a man, somebody else's husband, is having to come down and change your pull-up, and you know so many people. You have 2 adult children. You have a best friend, Yvette. You have a brother. You have sisters. And that's the only person that would come down and help you.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes about her support system and why she feels so dependent. It's a codependent relationship between her and Ernesto. Yeah. He's dependent on her now the way she felt like she needed to depend on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how sad is that?
That her daughter wasn't there.
Nobody was there? Wow.
Not her friend, her best friend.
That's just sad to think about, but I'm going to let that go. Philly John said that was Kat. Philly John said she was lying. TVV said that was in response to Bridget IS obsession. Bridget said, at Cass, it's honestly sad at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Philly Johnson, Nesto also says she looked like Jada Pinkett. He's a liar.
Yes.
We talked about
He's a liar.
Yeah, she don't look like that.
We talked about no. Not at all. Not at all, honey.
So why do you think Dre didn't want to talk to her sister, Sonia's younger sister?
Because Dre don't want to get caught up in that foolishness. Dre know that's a bunch of foolishness. And Dre likes Shirley. Dre not really trying to get Dre trying to stay clean out here.
But how messy is that? You locked up, you almost 60 years old, you're legally married to a woman who's putting money on your books, and you playing Mr. Telephone Man with another woman and trying to play Cupid matchmaker for your homeboy and your girlfriend's, aka side chick, younger sister. How messy is that? And how trifling and disrespectful can you be? Locked up. This lady, your wife telling you about Job, reading different Bible passages to encourage you, and you literally get off the phone with her to call your side chick. She then called Dre and her sister, phone them in, so you and her can try to make a love connection. Talking about some y'all both really good people. and we just think y'all should talk because y'all both single. You
Locked
know,
up.
so y'all can get to know each other the way we got to know each other. Did you catch her when she said that?
Locked up. And then now I want you to call, he telling how they gonna orchestrate, when Sonya move here, just in case something happened, you call her and call Dre and this, that, and the third.
Why is he putting the responsibility on Dre to call her because she's driving?
What was that about, y'all?
Up here by herself to check in on her and make sure she's okay.
Like he in control. Now, come on now. We got to get it all together. Like he in control.
And why would you require that of Dre for your side chick? How disrespectful. He just has no respect, no honor, no integrity.
He's a piece of shit.
He is just trash.
Just trash. And that's the
how you gonna call me to look after your side chick?
Yep.
And then knowing that I'm still communicating with your wife.
You talk to Shirley. And you know what? That call with Shirley, I felt really bad for her, y'all. I hadn't felt bad for her in a minute, but I felt bad for her when she kept saying, I still don't have a car. Oh, I hadn't had a car in so many months. I still don't have a car. And you know what? Shirley was playing it real smart, because in the phone calls, she would say very minimal. Y'all notice that?
Very little from.
Yes, very. She wouldn't say much at all. It was like, okay, yeah, shh, shh. And when he went to talk too much, she said, shh, shh.
So he was doing to her what he does to Sonya.
Right. What he does to Sonya. But he's so low down and dirty. He still found an opportunity to connect her to that laptop.
Yeah. And she was in the car with him when he picked it up and gave him the money that he didn't have access to his funds at the time. And she was with him when he met the alleged 19-year-old SA victim. She knew the daughter and she knew the victim.
There you go. Just dirty. And then talking about the daughter. I told her not to pay Shirley's rent. She over there living with her so-and-so and over there sucking her so-and-so and so-and-so. And she this, she that. And I told her not to do this and that and that. But then you spending all that lady's money. She ain't spent $40,000 on you.
It's okay for her to go into debt on you, but not over her daughter.
Just talking about her daughter. Ernesto is not loyal to anybody. He talks about his son.
He's loyal to himself. He's out for himself. And then want to play victim and can't understand why people don't want to show up for him. Like he's literally flabbergasted. He's delusional.
And
like he can't put two and two together. Like, why y'all not showing up for me? Because Ninja, you don't show up for them. And let's get back to Sheraton. Okay. So what? Sheraton is laying up with a grown, able-bodied man, giving him fellatio while her mama pay the bills. One, that's not your business. And two, your daughter's probably doing the same thing. He got daughters who are single mothers as well. And I'm pretty sure they've done some stupid things over men as well. Like allegedly, he's intimating that Sheraton has. So, you point a finger at me, you got three pointing back at you. So I'm pretty sure Shirley's daughter ain't the only one laying up with a ninja giving fellatio. I'm pretty sure your daughter has been laid up too. Remember when he talked about it, how he fell out with one of his daughters because she sided with the boyfriend over him?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, pot meets kettle. Here's yet another thing you and Shirley have in common. Your daughters have probably been laid up before with a no good man.
Yeah.
Still giving fellatio and doing other things with him. So what's your point? What's your point?
And just real deceitful. Now the phone call where Shirley started to question him, and y'all let me know because I don't know if this is true or not. So Shirley said, "What happened to all the money I put on your books? I mean, I checked and it's this amount. What happened?" He said, "I only been talking to you." Did y'all see that thumbnail Shay put up? I ain't been talking to nobody. I died. Shay is phone calls from prison is hilarious. I only been talking to you. He said, if you put money on my book, I only can use that for talking to you. Is that true? I thought when money was put on their books,
You could talk to anybody.
You can talk to anybody.
But once again,
Shirley said,
right. She know that's a lie. Even though she green and don't want to be bothered with this jail stuff because it's not my life. She knew that was a lie.
She knew that was a lie. And she probably had heard from the attorney that he had a girlfriend or somebody else was calling him, checking on his information, his case. At that point, Shirley knew something was up. Well, who you been talking to? That's all I'm saying. Well, I'm not talking about that. Who else you been talking to? He told that lady, if you put money on my books, the person that puts money on my books is the only person I can talk to. I ain't been talking to nobody. Like, wow.
But that goes back to us, as women feeling like we have to hold a man down and we have to be a good person and help people. That goes back to Shirley lacks boundaries. Shirley Strawberry does not know how to set healthy and firm boundaries. I'm not saying that she's not a decent woman. I'm not saying that we shouldn't give her grace, because we all have our lessons to learn, no matter what our social economic status is, no matter what our age is. But she lacks boundaries. Not just with Sheraton, but with Ernesto as well. If you knew you were struggling financially like that, Shirley should have stopped contributing to Ernesto's legal fees a long time ago.
And now I got that kitchen done either.
That's another one. But what I'm saying is, she should have, the same time she should have cut Sheridan off and told her to fix it. I definitely would have given Sheridan a little bit more leeway there, because she got my grandbabies, but she would have got cut off eventually as well. But she should have cut Ernesto off a lot sooner, way sooner. Because why are you complaining about not having a car and still paying for attorneys? What sense do that make?
Right.
I wish I would be sleeping on an air mattress and staying in somebody else's house and have to walk to everywhere I need to go, or Uber, and don't have a car but still paying tens of thousands of dollars for your attorney fees. I would have been told that, Ninja, you need to figure it out. You always talking about you a man, triple OG, double OG, big Ernesto. You need to figure it out, and you need to learn how to make something.
Even when she wanted to get a car, she couldn't get the car she wanted. Debbie had to come down and be with her and drive her, and then he sits up and talk about Debbie like a dog.
Balloon pop.
But she more with her big ass.
But she more consistent than he is, and more reliable than him. I mean, granted, he threw shade and said she like a piece of furniture.
Did y'all catch that?
Because she been in every house.
Wait a minute now.
She caught that shade.
She caught it.
It didn't go over her head. What Shirley says, she has multiple degrees. She's an educator.
And she won't have no problem getting no job.
Right.
Shirley wants her Debbie to stay with her.
Yeah, that's her ride or die.
That's her support.
And granted, maybe she may be taking a little bit of advantage of her relationship from Shirley, but I feel like it's a lot more balanced than what Shirley's relationship was with Ernesto. At least we know, come hell or high water, Debbie gonna be by Shirley's side through the ups and downs. She's a true friend, and I'm sure she does a lot for Shirley, and Shirley wants to help her out, and that's between them. That's their business. But like we've said in previous lives, Ernesto is jealous of Debbie. He sees Debbie as competition because he knows
Debbie's
that
still there.
Right,
you can hear it in his voice. Where's Debbie? She's still there. She coming with you, leave.
Right, because he knows that Debbie is a staple in Shirley's life, and she's not going anywhere. And like you said, Shirley does not want her to go anywhere. And he knows that Debbie sees him for who he truly is. And he knows that Debbie is in Shirley's ear, telling her, trying to warn her friend and look out for her. And he tried, and I don't like the way Ernesto tried to discredit Debbie by talking about she can't keep a man. Her husband kicked her out.
Did you hear that?
So what? Ninja, she was still right about you. She was still right about you. She was right on the money. Her discernment was still on point. And let's unpack that.
And she listened to it. She listened to that gut feeling that she had about her husband, and she left.
Yes, your intuition is a gift from God. You have it for a reason. Therefore, you should what? Use it.
And she didn't mind nobody saying nothing about it.
Right.
She was looking out for her best interest. So she got her little stuff and came on up here with Shirley.
And how oftentimes do us as women, we see red flags, we notice things about men or women, and we ignore it because we don't want to be perceived as being a hater or being negative or being jaded or being bitter. You know, how many times have we found ourselves?
That word bitter is tossed around.
Especially for us as Black women.
Ooh, she's so bitter.
Especially for us as Black women. Yes, yes. How many times have we as women tried to tell our homegirl, girl, something ain't right about that ninja. Girl, this ninja, I think he might be XYZ. And oftentimes we get pushed back. Like, oh, you may be bitter. You may be jealous. You may be
Why you so bitter?
Yeah, or the man will say, well, your friend is just jealous. And sometimes it may be that, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's genuinely that woman coming to you because she can see what you can't see. She has discernment and wisdom and insight, and she's trying to look out for you.
And sometimes we can't see things in the moment because we're so biased to it, you know.
Or we're excited, we happy. Yes. And it's like, and that's a good point, Mom, because it's like when you up and you winning, you don't want to hear nobody saying nothing negative, especially not about your man. You like my man. I don't want to hear that negativity.
My man.
I'm happy.
My husband.
He handsome. He loving me right. He doing this. He doing that for me. I don't want to hear that negative.
I've been there.
I've been there.
Tell me nothing about my baby. Hey. Okay.
Be ready to fight.
Who?
That's how Portia was when she first married Simon.
Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Portia was ready to beat her down when she first married Simon. Y'all was talking negative.
But when I saw it, I was like, okay.
Yeah. Allegedly. That's what they say in these ATL streets. Allegedly. But yeah, so that's another lesson in love. Trusting your discernment. Debbie was right. As much flack as Ernesto give her, and now as much flack as he give Panay, they were right about him.
They were right.
And you know, they were right.
Yeah, they were right.
Especially Debbie. Now, speaking of Panay and Debbie and you know, the friends or the previous women that know Nesto, what did you think about when Nesto said Ebony still text Shirley Strawberry Happy Mother's Day?
I mean, maybe, you know, Ebony don't feel no type of, when a woman can do that, that means
she being messy?
No, she meant it.
So you would have said thank you.
They are in the same industry.
They are. They cross paths quite a few times.
Yeah,
they are.
So I think it was just a cordial thing, and then there's no feeling, no connection with Ernesto. Don't nobody like Ernesto like that, like he think they do. What do you want them to do? Be fighting over him?
Like Carol said, he a lie and the truth ain't in him.
And that's why his ass in jail. That's what she said. He a liar, and that's why his ass in jail.
Carol gonna tell like the T.I. is.
I can't wait till her book come out.
I'm getting the book. Y'all, we gonna do a book club. When Carol's book come out, we're doing a book club on the Sammy Call TV show. We're doing a book club. And we're going to read Carol's book together as a dynamic family. And we're going to dissect it and discuss it chapter by chapter, okay? Y'all hold us to that because we definitely want to do that when Carol's book come out. Because we got to go deep. We too invested now, Nesto.
Yeah.
We too, Nesto. We too invested now, Nesto.
And we ain't worried about no gag order. I don't think they're going to do it. Y'all think they're going to do the gag order?
We'll find another workaround.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm invested.
Hell.
What is there to gag? Okay, let me see. Let me get back to reading y'all comments. Okay, TBD said that was in response to Bridget. IS Obsession. I think I read that. Bridget said, at Cass, it's honestly sad at this point. Philly John said, next. Oh, well, I read that one too. Let me see. Queen Lily said she's slow. Cass said, at Bridget, I am offended about holding his penis to pee. LOL. These dudes, y'all can have it for real. That really resonated with him. That really resonated with Nessa. That spoke volumes, I guess, about Sonya's little sister character. Because what Nessa said, he said, when I was in the hospital, Shirley had somebody else tended to me. She would come and hold my hand, but she didn't take care of me like that. So, you can tell that Ernesto, he wants to be nurtured. He wants to be coddled, mommy.
Yeah.
He wants that nurturing. And that's why, and I think that's another reason why he gravitates towards Sonya. Not number one, we know for the obvious reason he ain't got no choice. That's all he got. But two, for the subset of reasons, I think it's also because she speaks to that mommy wound that he has. Because we know he didn't have a great relationship with his mom. And Sonya is very protective over him. Like, y'all notice how whenever he talks about or alludes to about or insinuates that he might want to unalive himself, or he might want to quote unquote crash out, and Sonya's always like, I'm gonna beat your butt. Don't you say that. No, don't talk like that. Don't think that don't think like that. Or he joked around in another call where he was like, if I don't answer this phone or respond to your messages, you be blowing these white folks jail up. You be calling them, blowing up their phone. He likes the fact that Sonya is nurturing to him. And she's protective over him the way a mother is protective over her child.
Mommy issue.
Yeah, she's always asking him, did you eat? Make sure you do your push-ups, get your heart circulating, get your blood circulating. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. I just need temporary power of attorney so I can get your business handled. I called the attorney. I told them they need to do this. I sent your attorney's note.
And get your bank records.
Yeah, I sent your attorneys my notes so that they can be prepared when they go to court. She's protective over him. And I was listening to something on YouTube. It's a show that I like to listen to. It's like a man and woman. And they both give like their perspective from the man and woman, male and female perspective about, just relationships and dating and life. And I like it because it's really balanced. They're, very mature and emotionally intelligent. And in the discussion that they were having on their show, they were talking about how oftentimes it's more acceptable in society for women to essentially want their man to be a father figure to them, like be a protector, be a provider, console them, be there for them emotionally. Whereas if a man is saying he wants to be nurtured, or he wants a woman who when he come home, he can lay his head on her shoulder, or she can rub his back, or he can lay his head on her lap, then women will complain and say, well, it's not my job to be his mama. It's not my job to baby him or coddle him. And so they were basically talking about how oftentimes it's a double standard where it's okay for women to, in a way, look at their man like he's their father, like he's their daddy. But it's not okay for men to look at the woman like she's their mother. Because oftentimes we as women say, I'm not your mama. Boy, I'm not going to be doing that nurturing you. I got my own issues. I got my own kids to nurture and take care of. You need to be a man. And so he was saying that oftentimes men feel like that's unfair. And why is it okay for women to want that, but not men? And that really got me thinking, because I ain't going to lie, y'all. I used to be like that. I'm like, ain't your mama like, I don't want to be no therapist. I don't want no man dumping on me emotionally. I don't want to carry that weight and be all that for him. But, when I thought about it and just kind of listening to people kind of articulate their point of view and why they say that, it's like, in some ways, you do kind of want your partner to be that for you.
Nurturing.
Yeah, I do want that, a partner to look out for me and be protective and be a provider and have my back. And it don't have to be like nothing incestual or inappropriate or sick or nasty like that. But, I do want somebody to kind of treat me the way my dad treats me. I want a man to talk nicely to me. I want a man to get the door for me, to hold my hand. to give me advice, to give me wisdom. I don't need him to be my dad and tell me what to do, but some of the attributes that a father may have for his child, you know, you may look for that in a mate just naturally. And so I was thinking, you know, I don't think it's too far-fetched for men to want to look for that in a woman, but I think it has to be within reason though. Because if it's, and it has to be in a healthy way, because if not, you're going to deplete each other. And I don't think that's okay. I don't think that, you know, you should run a woman ragged and have her doing everything for you to where she's drained spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. And I think as women, we should set firm boundaries in place so that, you know that if we see our cup getting low, we can take time out to replenish ourselves and fill our cup. Right. You know, because if you're gonna pour, I'd rather pour from an overflowing cup, not an empty cup. Yes. You know, I don't mind being there for my partner, but I don't want to give him so much that there's nothing for me. That's something that I always worry about. I don't want to do that. I'll be there for you. I'll be nurturing, but I don't want to sacrifice myself for you, for your, you know what I mean? Like, but I do understand that it's going to require some level of nurturing, and you may have to play, you know, therapist or mama in a way. That's just the reality of relationships. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Maybe you may want to not pursue a relationship, or maybe you may want to pursue a different type of dynamic. But I don't, now that I think about it and I really kind of chew on it, I don't think that's unusual to want that. I just think it has to be within reason, and it comes back to the point about setting boundaries. Because I don't want to give, and I have nothing for me, whether that's a man or children. I never want to lose Samantha. And I feel like oftentimes as women, we always give into our romantic partners or our children or to our family members or to work. And we oftentimes find ourselves empty. You know, our whole entire lives and existence revolves around those things. And then we forget, or we get older and we're like, okay, who am I? What do I like to do? What am I passionate about? And you don't know, because the majority of your life was spent focusing on other people and taking care of other people. Wow. And that's not good either. You know, you want to be there for people, but within reason, you got to be there for yourself first. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to give you, I want to support you and be there for you, but I don't want to give you everything. You know, that's not healthy for me. I still got to put me first. I got to put me first, Lucian. I got to put me first. Okay, let's read these comments. TBD said, travel where? She asked everyone to pay her internet bill. Dang, I love it. She posted that someone paid it in full today, but we traveling. Okay.
She said she want to bring some
baby
content. She want to give us, you know, some experiences.
She said y'all not cultured enough, TBD. Y'all don't have passports.
She said she has a lot of resources for us as well.
Yeah, she's trying to expose y'all to new things.
Let me go to work.
Because you all are ignorant and don't know any better. That's what she said. She said we ignorant and we don't know any better, and she needs to expose us to new things.
Not pay her internet bill.
Not pay the Comcast or the Xfinity internet bill, girl. And people still subscribing and paying money and super chat.
Yes.
I mean, everybody got a following. It's somebody for everybody.
Yep.
All right, let's move on. Bridget said, child, we don't want to see no more courthouse tours. Bridget said it's tied through. So, Bridget, you don't want no more tours down at the Fulton County. TBD said at Cash, I was offended by that and what he expressed about Sheridan.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And that's kind of cringe, him talking about Sheridan doing anything actually. That's cringe. That makes me uncomfortable. Bridget said yes at TBD. Inappropriate statements. Cass said at TBD, absolutely, totally out of line. He is so disrespectful. Peppermint Patty said, and tried to fix Dre up with Panay and Dominique. He showed it.
Yes.
He's trying to pawn Dre off on everybody.
Yes.
Let's see. Hold on. TBD said, so Sammy and Fifi, I'm going to show y'all what I learned over here. I felt like from the pressing of Dre to be with Trisha was to get him a monitoring spirit in place because he do that with Dion to Shirley. Oh, that's an interesting point. So having Trisha kind of keep tabs on Dre, the way he have Dion keep tabs on Shirley and manipulate Shirley for his gain.
Yes.
Okay, that's slick. That's an interesting point, TBD.
Wow.
Very interesting point. Okay. Let me see. TBD also said, at Cass, at Bridget, one thing became clear to me. Ernesto is truly a disgusting individual. Not how he tried to present this man is gutter. Hey, Simply Morgan. Hey, welcome. TBD said, but when he was sexualizing Lori Harvey, like every young woman in person is sexualized in his mind. Yeah, when he was talking about Lori,
she was dating
Damson Idris, and how she was dating the guy from Snowfall.
They was all hugged up
with the titties down, the breasts out. Yes. Yeah, he's creep. TBD said, but he told Shirley he wasn't talking to nobody and telling Dre he was running through the money, keeping Shirley company on the iPad. Right. Yes. TBD also said, I said, wow, Ernesto used everyone and lied to all of them to get what he wants. Yeah, he's a master manipulator. Cass said, shoot, Ernesto should have never been cut on. Marilyn said, one thing that I'm glad of is that Shirley never mentioned Sonia or knowing of a girlfriend, because that would be music to Sonia's ears.
Yes, she never did. At least we hadn't heard it yet.
Yeah. But you know her and Panay and Debbie, they talking about it, of course. But I'm glad she didn't mention it either. Queen Lily said he thinks he's Big Meech.
Yeah.
Baby, never.
Yeah, did you hear when he said they were talking about making the movie? Of course, he wants Denzel to play him.
He said either Denzel or Omari Hardwick from
Dre was like, what? So what?
He said you gotta have that big money to get them people. He said, well, I'm married to a influential person, Shirley, and Shirley know people. She know investors. We can get investors to help fund my movie. Just a finesse, just begging, always depending on somebody else.
And what did they And what did they allegedly say? And I think it was in one of the documents. He used Shirley's fame,
her celebrity status to con people. Yep. He used her.
Yep.
Bridget said, that fact that my quote-unquote husband was even comfortable asking me for money, knowing I'm under someone else's roof, Shirley, why? Exactly.
Yeah, and didn't have a car.
Didn't have a car. Having to walk to places or hitch a ride with my friends.
Yeah.
I would have told him, look, I need a place to stay. I can't put no money on your books. TBD said, Queen Lily, he do. She said, y'all talking tonight. Marilyn Brown said, now that Shirley filed, do you think that Sonia in her mind thinks that she took Ernesto from Shirley? I think she feels relieved, Marilyn. I think she feels like, okay, finally she's out of the picture and I can be the main girl. I think she feels relieved. But I also think she feels like, dang, now the weight is on me too. I think it's like a double-edged sword, Marilyn. I would say, to answer your question, I think it's bittersweet for Sonia. Because on one hand, Shirley's out of the way, so she, I guess, has won. She's the last woman standing.
Yeah.
She's proven to be the ultimate ride or die. She's his elite employee. You are now my elite employee. You are now my elite employee. But she also know that, dang, everything is on me now. And she said that on previous calls. So it's like a double-edged sword. It's a bittersweet situation.
It is.
For her, I think. Jacqueline J says that book is going to be good. Yes, we doing a book club, y'all. We doing a book club. TBD said, IDK, but this don't make sense in a male-driven society. The whole reason women expected men this way is because society before women could work made it almost like whoever a woman married was responsible for her survival. Yes, they were. You know, back in the day, women they weren't able to live a certain quality of life if they weren't married or they didn't have a man.
Yeah.
You know, they were going to struggle. So that's why it was so much more onus put on, you know, that's why you don't have a man. Even if the marriages that they were in were toxic, abusive, at least they had financial stability. That was the belief back then.
Yeah.
You know, at least I got a man. He ain't no good,
but I got a man.
He got a whole nother family across town, or he going upside my head, but I got a man. Mm-hmm. Hey, cousin. Hey, cousin. Good evening. Bridget said, preach. TBD said, versus men in America have never been a part of a matriarchy. Yeah, we don't have a matriarchy in America. Even though I think society would probably be better if we did, but that's a topic for another day. Hey, Miss MJ. Miss MJ said, Sam and Nicole, you better preach. Hey, Miss MJ. TBD said they even resent the idea of a matriarchy. Yeah, they do. They do. Just like I think Ernesto resents Shirley. You know, Shirley is the one with the connection. Shirley is the one with the legitimacy. Shirley is the one with the access to influential people, you know, power players. And he resents that. He's jealous.
Yep.
And that's why he throws shades and undermines her anytime he can.
Yep. And he does.
Could you imagine that, laying next to a man that secretly resents you? Mm-hmm. And will sabotage you if he sees needs fit? That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. TBD said, I think we all just need therapy so that we aren't asking our romantic partners to heal wounds that are made in childhood or a result of society. Yeah, I think therapy is good, but you know, I think a lot of times therapy is work. Like, you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to deal with your quote unquote demons, your shortcomings. You have to be willing to be vulnerable. And a lot of people, y'all, they're not willing to be vulnerable like that. If anything, to be transparent, they're just trying to have a good time. In therapy, especially if you have a good therapist that you're in sync with, they're going to challenge you to unpack certain things in your life. They're going to challenge you to really think about why you do the things you do, why you have the mentality that you do, you know, why you believe what you believe. They're going to challenge you, and they're going to bring up things that you may oftentimes have pushed to the very, very back of your mind because you don't want to think about it, you know? So I think a lot of time that takes a lot of energy and a lot of work. And oftentimes, you know, a lot of people are just not up for that challenge. That's why we struggle as a society with taking accountability for our actions, because that requires a certain level of vulnerability, having to admit when you've done something wrong, or, you know, having to deal with instances where people are giving you constructive criticism and you're having to hear feedback when things, you know, when you're not always doing things appropriately, you know, that can take a toll on you as a person, you know? And I just think oftentimes we're more so like a hedonistic society. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to seek pleasure. You know, we're not trying to do the work like Iyanla Van Zant says. We're trying to have fun, hunch, spend money, buy $750,000 RVs, go out to LA, drive a Bentley, a G-Wagon in our beautiful clothes, ride around Atlanta, redo our kitchen for $60,000 in the home that we rent. We ain't really trying to do no deep work like that. Mm-mm. We're not trying to understand why we would marry a con artist, or why our relationship is so strange with our daughters, or why we were afraid to admit that we had a grandbaby for years. You know, that's just a lot of work, you know, and people ain't trying to do that.
And did you all know, you know, Shirley was good at hiding stuff, because Ernesto was in jail in 2015 for a whole year. And
that didn't hit the news.
No, that didn't even hit the news.
No prayers were asked. No hashtag free Ernesto. None of that. Karen Soto said, we know to not go to jail.
If we ain't learned nothing else, we know that, don't we?
Especially not in Fulton County, Karen, because they got mold, and the police say if you act up, we're going to send you to the 6th, 7th floor where you're going to get every day.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Ebony said, "Hey, ladies, listening from the
Hey.
cloud, still working. No issues. Hey, Ebony. We hope we're keeping you entertained, girl. Thank you for joining us." Miss MJ said, "At TBD True, can't have anyone heal you when they have no idea nor was present when the hurt occurred."
Oh.
TBD said, "At Miss MJ, yes, that's just not reasonable." Karen said, "Nesto ain't done with Shirley. You know he thinking about that $5 million. Of course. Of course.
Of course he
And
is.
if he ever see the light of day, he gonna spin the block. He gonna spin the block. And then he gonna have a fatal attraction on his hand with Sonya.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Bridget said, facts at Karen. TBD said, at Karen, no, not at all. Karen said, I think he thinks he can slide in if he gets out. Don't forget the Lamont combo. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. And his homeboys have pumped him up to
think that he can.
Yeah, they just as delusional. Let's see. Marilyn said, ladies, let's face it. All this Nesto talk that we're doing, Nesto is a fried fish. He is not getting out of jail. If so, he would be so old to even think about bouncing back. Well, you know, Drake said in the event he do, he need to keep himself up, eat his soup, his chips.
So he won't be looking like a crackhead when he get out.
Like a crackhead. Keep himself well groomed. As long as he got his money right, he got the material things. He ain't gonna have no problem.
So he can get back in these ATL streets,
right,
and get to these ladies.
And then he had the nerve to talk about, yeah, man, there's so much going on in these streets. You don't know who's a cisgender woman or not. And Drake said, "Well, I just stay out of the way. I don't need a lot of women like you, so I don't have a problem."
Catch that tea?
Did y'all catch that tea? Drake said, you like to run a lot of 304s. So you might have to worry about that potentially, but not me. Drake keeps saying no thank you.
Must said that.
That's why Drake keeps saying no thank you when he be trying to play love maker, matchmaker.
Yeah.
He don't want to be bothered with that mess. Angela said, sadly, a lot of women are laying next to men who are resentful of them, especially when she's the breadwinner.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point.
Yeah, absolutely, Angela. And some people will even say that some people are of the belief that, you know, when a woman is a breadwinner and she's taking care of a man, another reason he resents her is because she's seen him at his lowest and his weakest. And oftentimes, you know, some men don't feel comfortable having a woman see them at their lowest or their weakest. They'll take advantage of her help, but when they do get up, they'll leave to find a woman who didn't see them struggle and go without. So so that way they don't have to be reminded of when they were down bad and didn't have anything. It needed to drive somebody's car and move in with them because they ain't had nowhere to stay. They couldn't pay their rent. Especially in this economy, it's a lot of people staying. We know people personally staying together for financial reasons. They don't like each other no more. They ain't into each other no more. They like roommates. But they can't afford to move out on their own. They literally cannot take care of themselves. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. And that just adds on to the resentment. When you don't like somebody, but you can't go because you can't take care of yourself. Like you literally cannot afford it. Let me see. Bridget said, Nesto did not look good in court last week. Very flimsy.
Very.
Yeah, he not eating his chips and his soups.
Yeah, I did the Nesto shuffle on the last live. Go back and look at it.
I'm done with you in this shuffle.
He shuffled on in there. Nesto is slimmed on down, ain't he? Nesto stress.
That's why they had to put him in that honor dorm so he can
Nesto
get that
down bad, y'all. He down bad.
Yeah.
City boy down.
He down bad. Okay, y'all. So it's some other stuff that I wanted to talk to y'all about too. We got to talk about tonight. Okay. So moving along. Hopefully y'all don't mind. Y'all got a little bit more time to stay with us. Let me read this comment from Karen. Karen said by the time he gets out, he's going to be a scarecrow. And not even the squirrels going to want that. Nah, baby. Not even the crows. The crows not going to want it. Okay. Now I want to talk about Ernesto saying that nobody like Kamala Harris. Kamala Mala. I personally like Madam Vice President Kamala Harris.
I like her too. Where did he get that from?
Y'all don't like Kamala? He must have been watching Fox News in there on the TV.
Probably so.
In the pod. You know they had the TVs in the pod that all the inmates can watch, and they be sitting in the chairs, the plastic chairs, and on the metal tables watching TV to keep them calm, to keep them well behaved.
Yes.
Yeah, he must have been watching that on the pod TV. What y'all think? Y'all don't like Kamala Harris, Kamala Mala? Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. I think she's very intelligent.
And where did he get that from? He just be talking.
I mean, she darn sure better than DT, that's for sure. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't know where he got that from. Maybe, like I said, maybe he was watching too much Fox News on the pod TV. Let me see. When him and Dre, let me see what y'all saying. Peppermint Patty said she didn't pick someone like him. I like her.
Yeah.
Yes. Kamala chose a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we just gonna leave it at that. If y'all seen her husband, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. So speaking of jail, and Ernesto talking about his experience in the jail. All right, let me see this last comment before I move on. Cass said, Madam President ain't in no ways worried about that nasty Ernesto. Exactly. Think of her, she eating filet mignon while he's trading sausages for cereal. And is. And doing the electric squad. Yes, Madam Vice President. Absolutely. I like Kamala, Madam Vice President. She all right with me. All right. Okay, moving on. Back to Nesta talking about his experience in the jail with Dre. When he talked about how the young black men be having stuff on their head. They be referring to their women as bees and hoes. And Ernesto couldn't understand, how could you have a baby by a woman or say you love a woman and you refer to her as that's my bee and that's my hoe? I just thought that was straight up hypocrisy. How he could be disgusted that young black men are referring to their women as bees and hoes when he refers to Debbie as a bee and a hoe. When he has referred to Sheridan as a bee and a hoe. When he has referred to Panay as a bee and a hoe. When he has referred to Ebony Steele as a bee and a hoe. I mean, that's like pot meets kettle. My second issue with that comment that he made, here's the issue that I have with our community, y'all. For those of us who are people of color, oftentimes you'll hear the elders, the Generation X, the baby boomers complain, "Hey, I'm here for the show." All right. All right, I'm here for the show. Hey, boo. Let's get it. Okay, let me read these comments before I get into my second point about that comment Nesto made about him being disgusted or perplexed that young black men are calling their women bees and hoes. Okay, Leo Vibe said, definitely looked like Nesto stopped eating. He was already a small guy. Cass said he has absolutely no self-reflection, none at all. TBD said, it's like Nesto, these your sons, you doing the same thing. You the original. Who are you commenting on as a result of you? Okay, boom. Ooh. Okay, TBD, we here with it. We see each other. That's what I wanted to get into for my next point. Let's unpack that, TBD. Okay, let's talk about that because you make a great point, TBD. Let's really unpack this comment because I was thinking the same exact thing, TBD. I'm like, you are a Gen Xer. These young men in this jail at Cobb County Adult Detention Center, are millennials and Generation Zs, aka zillennials. You are the elders to these young men. You are the fathers, the uncles, the big brothers to these young men. And what have you taught them? Okay? You came up during a time where the same way these young men, black men, you say are being disrespectful to the mother of their children, you were also disrespectful to the mother of your children. Ooh. So they are a reflection of you. And this is what happens where you have a community where you have some men, because not all, so
Not
y'all don't start
all.
in the comments, because we know it's not all men, so don't do it. Don't do it. Comprehend. We are at a point where we have some men in our community who have failed the younger generation of men.
Absolutely.
They have not led by example. They have not been the advisors. And they have not given them a great depiction of what manhood is.
Ooh.
Especially as a Black man in America. You're complaining about how these young Black men act, but where were you at to instill in them manhood? Where were you at to help cultivate them and nurture them and help them guide them through the process? You know, as a collective, we don't have rites of passages for girls or boys. Now, we have subsets of communities within the Black culture or the Black community who do rites of passage, but I'm talking about on a macro level, we don't have that. And Ernesto is complaining about these young men, but he's a part of the problem.
Yeah.
And this is what happens when you don't have the older generation of men on a macro level taking younger men up underneath their wing and saying, hey, man, let me put you on the right path. We are Black men in America. We have to move differently. Let me show you what it means to be a man.
Yes.
Okay? Let me walk you through this, young man. Let me teach you the game. So you can learn from my mistakes. So I can pass the baton to you and you can be a better man than I was. So that we can actually heal our community. You know? So you can actually love your female counterpart, the Black woman, and respect your mother, your sisters. And look out for them. That's why people feel so comfortable disrespecting us as Black women, because they know we're not protected on the macro level.
Oh.
And in our community, if you do have men that feel protective over women, they 9 times out of 10, they only looking out for their mother, their sister, their wife, their girlfriend. They don't feel that sense of they need to be protective over a Black woman that they don't know, or they're not tied to, or they're not benefiting from, because they're not taught that by other men in their community. They're taught that it's okay to disrespect women. And a lot of them have grown up seeing their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunties, their cousins, and their sisters being disrespected by men. And so that's why they're okay with doing it.
Yeah.
And so you complaining about these young men, but you the one who raised them. You weren't there. How many of us, it's so common in our community to meet somebody who grew up without their father in their household, or who grew up not even knowing what their daddy looked like. It's so common in our community. A lot of us know people. Hell, it's probably people on our live right now who, if their daddy was standing in the lineup, they probably couldn't even pick out their daddy because they don't know. Or they have absentee fathers that weren't there physically, or they weren't there emotionally. You know, so it's like you and Dre have so much criticism for this younger generation of men, but you didn't step up. You failed them.
And what are you doing about it?
And now you sitting here scratching your head like, why they so crazy? Why they so foolish? Now I get it. There are Black fathers out there that are active in their parents' lives. Shout out to them. I'm a product of that. My Black father has always been in my life. He's always taken care of me. He's always been protective. He's been my biggest cheerleader. So don't come for me with that, because I'm a testament of what it is to have a strong, loving, protective Black father. So I know it exists. I'm a living witness of that. I'm a product of that. But I'm saying for some, not all, because obviously,
even though it didn't work out between us, he still was a good
father.
Was
a great father. Wasn't a good husband, but he was a great father. And we're gonna leave it at that. Not too much of my daddy now. Not too much of my daddy. We'll fall out. We'll fall out about my daddy. We'll fall out about my daddy. Not too much now.
We gonna keep it real for the people.
Okay, we gonna keep it real. We gonna keep it real. We ain't gonna pump fake like Ernesto say for these people. But not too much on my daddy. You know how I feel about my daddy now. Okay. Okay. That's a real triple OG from the west side of Atlanta. It's a real triple OG from the west side of Atlanta, baby. Anyway, but like I was saying, you know, I just find it interesting and hypocritical for Dre and Nesta to be scratching their head, not understanding why young black men are behaving the way they behave. You failed them. You weren't there for them. Now, I will acknowledge the fact that, you know, Dre has been having issues with his son, DeAndre, and he's been trying to get him on the straight and narrow. And he talked about how he told him, if you act up again, I'm going to take your car away from you indefinitely. And how he was trying to get him to get back in school, and he working for Amazon now. He's trying to get him on the right path. He's stepping up to the plate and handling his business the way a father should.
How long has he been absent out of that child's life, though?
Oh, that's a good point.
Dre has been absent out of that child's life, so now he's back in his life, and now he want to toughen up on him.
But I guess in our predicament, it's better late than never, or it's better to have or not have it all.
That's a good point.
Because there's so many of our young black men, they don't have positive role models. They don't have black men who are in that they can look up to see, okay, this is how I treat a woman. This is how I have a healthy marriage. It's not on a larger scale. Don't get me wrong. There are subsets of black men that are doing that. And we acknowledge them. We salute them. But it's not on a larger scale. It's not on a collective. And we really need to start taking our younger brothers and sisters up underneath our wing, especially when they're really, really young, so we can really mold them and shape them and cultivate them and guide them. So, you know, before we lose them to the streets and the system, because we know it's set up for them to fail. So I think if anything, it would behoove, you know, black men on a macro level to band together and say, you know what? We got to save ourselves. The government is not going to do it. Rather than fighting with our female counterparts, the black women, let's pull together and help each other out and be positive and heal ourselves and uplift our fellow black men and ourselves so that we can actually thrive and evolve and operate in our divine masculine. We're too distracted fighting with the black woman when we really need to be focusing on ourselves. We really need to be pouring into our younger brothers so we can actually have some decent men to pass the baton to and who can continue on in the fight.
And not just
for our humanity.
Because I felt that conversation was degrading to the young black men they were having.
Yeah, but it's like, have you ever taken the time to talk to these young black men to see why they feel the way they feel?
Stop scaring them young men.
That's why he growing out that beard, so they leave his ass alone. Why he growing that beard? It's my man.
I'm OG.
Nah, he growing that beard out so they don't beat him, so them boys don't jump his old butt. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Let me read y'all comments. Okay. I'm here for the show, so let's get it started. Mama said, knock you out. Call me, darling. Said, hey, ladies, I'm here. Hey, call me, darling. We just getting into it. TBD said, period, Sammy, period. I'm tired of the cognitive dissonance. Call me, darling. Said, preach, Sammy. I'm here for the show, said, Ernesto has no leadership qualities. He is a horrible husband and an atrocious father. Look how he felt, Dion. You said a word, but I'm here for the show. This man really believed that he is a leader.
He really
believed that he is guiding people. He has wisdom and he's trying to change people's life and put them on the right track. He believed that in his soul, y'all.
Yes.
This man really believes that he is a upstanding man in the community and that he has helped change people's lives for the better instead of traumatizing him. He really believed that.
Yeah,
he believes that.
In his mind, he believes he's an upstanding citizen.
He's a pillar of the community.
Yes.
He believes that.
Yes, he does.
Like for real. Peppermint Patty said he told IS he has conducted prayer service twice today.
You believe that? Yeah.
If anything, he need to be trying to mentor. No, but he ain't right. He ain't ready. His spirit hasn't evolved yet. He hasn't gotten the lesson that God is trying to teach him. He hasn't. He's not reformed. Cass said, personally, I wish men would stop teaching the game and teach young men and boys how to be serious, responsible, reliable human beings. I don't know why it's so hard to just show up as a caring person.
Yeah.
That's a good point, because how often on previous calls have we heard Ernesto refer to Dion as player,
Yeah.
and this girl and
Yep.
that girl, this girl giving me money, and they laughing about it. Why do we celebrate men being players and being dishonest and being deceitful and not having integrity and disrespecting their women in their lives? Why is that celebrated? Why is that cool to be a player but not be a faithful, honorable man and honor your commitment,
have morals and values,
and your word be your
family and relationships?
And it's gotten so bad that even we as women internalize it. When we see a cute little boy, oh, he's going to be a heartbreaker. Oh, he's going to be a player. Why are we as women perpetuating that? Ladies, hide your daughters. Hide your daughters, because my son going to have autographs. And the son ain't nothing but 1 year old, 2-year-old baby. Somebody, he going to be a heartbreaker. He got all the girls. Why are you putting that on your son? Why are you speaking that on his life? Why are we perpetuating that as women?
Because we don't know any better. Sometimes we just don't know. It's just that simple.
Or maybe because it's the patriarchy and we following the man's lead.
That too.
I don't know, child. TBD said, at Peppermint Patty, Nesto reality is the quote, life is truly imagination. We listening to Nesto imaginary world. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He definitely is in his own world. I'm here for the show said, Nesto needs a mentor himself. He can't even hold a relationship with any man he thinks is an alpha man. He bows down to them, but butts up to women in his circle. That's a good point. And that shows his insecurity. I think the only man, I think in a way he kind of looks up to Dre. And he don't try Dre, to add to your point. I'm here for the show. Yeah. He definitely don't try that riffraff with Dre.
He don't.
Because Dre will match energy.
Yeah, for sure.
He's definitely more submissive in that relationship dynamic. And he cares about Dre's feelings. Mm-hmm. Even though he may talk ish behind his back when he's upset, you can tell that when Dre is hurt and upset, he is hurt and upset.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's more emotionally invested in Dre's emotional well-being than he is with Shirley's.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he was so distraught when Dre heard that phone conversation between him and Sonya. Mm-hmm. Like, that ruined his day to the point where he wanted Sonya to call Dre to smooth it over.
Yeah.
And how often do we see that with men in their relationships with other men? They tend to value. Do you think they value it more? Do you think maybe we do the same as women?
No, I think they value more.
Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments about that. Let me continue on with reading these comments. So Simply Morgan says, speak. Ernest has to learn from his own words. He still doesn't get it. Therefore, he will sit longer in prison trying to figure it out.
For sure.
Call Me Darling said, Fifi, don't talk about the daddy.
Ain't nobody gonna say about her daddy, honey.
Y'all know I don't play about my daddy.
And she been like that since a little bitty girl.
Y'all know how I feel about my daddy. Okay. When they go low, I'm ready to go to hell about mine. Bridget said a prelude to his upcoming religious scam at Peppermint Patty. Yeah, that's why he want to get out and start his church. He gonna be like Bishop, what's his name? Whitehead, the one that got sentenced in New York. Mm-hmm. Hey, Toya. Hey, girl. I'm here for the show said at Peppermint Patty. If Nesto is leading the prayer circle, I am a white woman named Karen. TBD said, Fifi, he's starting in Jesus' name. We're women who have earned a good life for themselves, degrees, power, and work ethic. Will put men, especially black men, on their backs and put them in the prominence they deserve. Fifi, that was Nesto's doing.
Yeah.
Cass said, as you are a product of a great dad, I'm a product of a very poor excuse for fathers. You are definitely influenced by the environment around you. More men need to do better and be actual leaders. Absolutely.
For sure.
And I think that the way things are shifting in the world and society is challenging men to rise to the occasion And either they're going to have to sink or they're going to have to swim.
Mhm.
They're going to have to learn how to stand in their divine masculine and balance themselves
And
out.
for our male subscribers, if you all listen to the replay or if you all are in here, let us know, what it's like being a Black father in today's society.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what are you teaching your children?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would also want to ask. If you're a man that's watching this replay and you're an active father, you love your children, you take care of your children, shout out to you. You're doing what you're supposed to do. But let us know. We want to hear from you. What is your experience like as a Black father, and what are you teaching your children? Especially if you're a Black father who has a Black son. I would love to hear that, because that needs to be brought to the forefront. And I would love to see, in Atlanta, we have different organizations like 100 Black Men of Atlanta and Emerging 100, where they're Black men who go to schools like Best Academy, which is an all Black male school in Atlanta, and they mentor the young Black male students, and they help them, prep for college and life and all of that. But we need to see more of that on a larger scale. I mean, I know we have fraternities that do community service, but we got to take it up a notch, because our men are not able to keep up to par with the women.
Yeah.
And the men are going to have to say themselves, I know as women, we have an affinity for our men, as we should. They're our counterparts, but we cannot coddle them. We can support them without coddling them. And I feel like only a man could teach a man how to be a man. I think shout out to the single mothers, because there are some phenomenal single mothers who have done a great job raising their sons. But there's certain things that mom can't give that son. Just like you have single fathers who are raising daughters. There's certain things they can't teach their daughters because they're not a woman. Right. And I just want to see more on that macro level, men stepping up. Right. And I want to see us as women to be more selective with our wombs. If these ninjas ain't up to par, I'm not sharing my womb with you. I'm not bringing forth your legacy. I'm not continuing on your legacy.
Because we do as women bring forth legacy.
Absolutely.
And we need to know that.
Period. Okay. Continuing on with the comments. I'm here for the show said, what strong Black man let a woman lead the prayer?
And she took her behind back up there too. I'm here for the show. She said she's not gonna release it until the gag order has been decided or not. She took her behind up there this week to go pray.
That lady gonna release it because she got that internet bill due next month. She gonna release it. Manny, stop playing. Okay, Toya So Double said, preach. I'm here for the show said Ernesto is dipping his toothbrush in the green waters in his toilet bowl. Oh, I love him. Yes, I'm here for the show. She talking about when he was drinking the green water, and Dre was like, it tastes good, but it was nasty. It didn't help me. It didn't do anything for me.
So they was out there drinking green water.
That's some that LA-ish that Ernesto picked up. He was out there in LA. What is it? In a Star Days. Starstruck, because Shirley was taking him around all her friends when she was working. I gagged when he said I was sitting at the Starbucks waiting on Shirley while she was working.
4 o'clock in the morning. They're sitting out there 4 o'clock in the morning.
Like a little boy waiting on his mama to get done with work.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
I can just picture his little shifty stuff out there. Oh my goodness. Marilyn said, did you hear Shirley when she told Ernesto that she wasn't ready for a divorce? She really believed in Ernesto. I'm so glad that she saw the light. Yeah, she was whining. She didn't want to divorce him at that time. That was one of the from the older calls. Yeah, I remember that. And y'all, truth be told, had this stuff not become public and the calls were not linked, I think she would have stayed by Ernesto's side, y'all. I really do. I think it's the public embarrassment and the shame and everything coming out and being exposed that's pushed her to go ahead and file for that divorce. But if it was kept private, I think she would have held on a lot longer, because like Fifi said, he was in jail back in 2015.
Yeah.
And two more times, following that. So I'm here for the show said, real talk, Ernesto hates women. He sees them as a tool. I bet he never loved anyone he has been in a relationship with.
That's possible, true. And you know what? I believe that. Because I think everybody that he was in a relationship with, he saw them as some type of resource for some of his criminal activity, allegedly. So yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I really do. That's true. Yeah, I believe that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see. She also said Ernesto is the new Leon Lonnie Love from Martin. Marilyn said, I don't think that Dre believes the CP and grape charges, but I do feel like he believes Nesto did do the other stuff. He sees that Nesto's not really who he thought he was.
He said, Nesto, you ain't done something. Them folk wouldn't have you down there.
Right. He knows he's guilty.
Yeah.
He knows. Karen said, nah, don't be using my name like that. Black Karen ain't that. Karen said she ain't no Karen. Karen said she black. She not like that. Toya So Dope said, at Marilyn Brown, I agree, but I'm starting to think Dre is starting to believe the other charges too.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because as of recently, he hasn't been taking those calls. Word on
Because Dre don't want to be
word on the curb. Cass said they need to know that living in their masculine has nothing to do with me as a woman being beneath them. Men need to teach and train their boys and their girls. See us all as human beings. Yes. I'm here for the show says Shirley didn't see the light. She got exposed. No, she didn't. Yeah. TBD said, I'm here for the show. That part. All right. So there's some other stuff I wanted to talk about too. Okay. I also want to talk about how Nesto was talking crap about Dion to Dre. How Dion was always crying and need to get his own business and be a businessman. I mean, a real business.
And so got a free truck and still crying. Ain't paying no car note.
No insurance. And he's still crying about
putting tires
on a $300 tire.
Nesto ain't loyal to nobody.
But he didn't teach him right. He came into Dion's life later on when he was what
15?
Preteen
14?
Or teenager? Yeah. So you weren't really there for him during his formative years. And now you want to talk about him crying. Okay, he want to do the car wash. He don't want to work a 9 to 5. You don't want to work a 9 to 5. So how you gonna get on to Dion for not wanting to work a 9 to 5 when you don't want to work a 9 to 5? Either you like to scam and finesse.
Then he had the nerve to say he ain't learned nothing I taught him. He ain't learned nothing from what I taught him. What they been doing since I've been in here?
He said they ain't been doing nothing. He realized that they ain't been doing nothing. Dion don't want to work a 9 to 5. He want to work the car wash and hustle.
Just a minute.
Let me finish reading these comments. Okay, Toya said, I'm here for the show. Facts. I'm here for the show. Said Dre ain't dumb. He knows Nesto ain't shit. That's why he is letting his calls go to voicemail.
Yes, he knows something up now. He ain't listened to enough of the calls like we have.
And that Nyla and that Real Talk Bougie. Shout out to them.
Yes. He has listened to enough of those calls to know something ain't right.
Something ain't right in the milk.
My partner lied.
Yep. Cass said, but based on dates, Shirley had already backed off before the call started being posted. Didn't Shirley stop talking to Nesto back in April/May of 2023? Yeah, she did, but I definitely think she probably would have came back around had these calls not dropped. I think she would have been more amenable to trying to rectify things, or she would have been more amenable to listen to Nesto plead his case. Yeah, because that's probably around the time she found out about Sonia. But I think the calls going public and being exposed, it was the nail in the coffin. It was the last straw that broke the camel's back. I really do. Because even though she was saying, I'm tired, I'm done, she was still talking to Dion, Dre, and Lamar.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm here for the show. Said Nesto can't keep a business. How can he down Dion? He said Dion need to get a real business and stop playing. He need to become a real businessman. and stop playing and stop crying.
Stop crying. Why is he always talking about Dion whining and crying?
And then say, you know, I don't like to bring it up to him because I don't want to hear all that whining and crying and excuses. So I don't bring it up. So I don't want to hear that shit. So it's okay for you to open up 1,000 businesses, scamming, lying, can't get right, but it's not okay for your son to be like that. Got it.
Oh, Lord.
So you can bump your head and figure it out, but he can't. And did you hear him talking about Dion's brother and how his brother 35, 36 living with him and talking about, are y'all gay? Why y'all still living together?
Yeah, I heard it.
What grown man still living together?
What's up with him with this gay stuff? What is going on with that? Why is he
with the homophobia?
Yes.
I don't know.
Shirley told him to stop that. You in Atlanta.
Is that like a generational thing, maybe? Like I don't know.
Because I don't care. I don't have a problem with people who how they decide to live their life. It don't have nothing to do with me.
What's the fixation with
I don't know.
Orientation? It's weird.
That has nothing to do with me, and that has nothing to do with an individual. What you decide to do sexually, that's your business. It has nothing to do with who you are. So no, it's not a generational thing for me.
I don't know.
I don't have a problem with it. Love who you love and do who you do. I don't care.
Let me see. TBD said, wait, Fifi, did you all listen to the reading of the transcript? We shut the other one. We forgot to watch she was reading the transcript out loud.
I listened to the one where she got cussed out so bad. You know
what? Scary. I was like, girl, why are you still talking?
Oh, and Cass asked who that. You know who I think that guy was that cussed Manny Fresh out so bad? It sounded like that guy that was on the R. Kelly trial with her, the one where she had supposedly allegedly exposed herself to him and told him about her marriage. The voice sounded familiar, and I think that was the same guy when I went back to listen to it again, but I didn't listen to the transcript, y'all. No, I didn't. I can only do so much of Manny Fresh in bits and pieces. She sometimes it's just overwhelming for me to just listen to her. And after the shenanigans that she pulled last night, and don't get me wrong, the sister, the young black lady, she was very intelligent attorney. Shout outs to her. Manny Fresh said, I know a lot of attorneys. See there, guys, I know a lot of attorneys. I have a lot of connections.
Messy.
Being messy. Like this woman was supposed to supersede, Pam. That's what she was implying. She didn't say that, y'all. But come on, we all can see through the mess. Yeah. So after last night, I was like, she doing too much. It's not even that serious, She's taking it too far to be her big age. She really is. She's taking it too far. So I'll go back and look at the transcript.
I'm reading them. Okay, cast at TBD LOL. Yeah, never got their reaction about that one. Let me see. We're gonna have to do one tomorrow or this weekend. Listen to it and do our reaction. TW said, Sammy, you are teaching and preaching tonight. I'm here for it. Good job, sis. You should really think about hosting a show once a week or at your convenience to teach men and women about life. Oh, wow. Thank you, TW. I appreciate it that you think that highly of me. I still got a lot to learn, though, but thank you.
Yeah, she's always have been an old soul. She always have. She's been talking like this since she was little. This has been going on all her life. And I sit here and listen to her now, but when she was, little, really starting at the age of 4. She started like this at 4. She would just, sometimes I would look at my channel and be like, is it an old woman trapped in there somewhere?
Girl, who did I reincarnate? Did I come back?
She would be in her car seat and we would be driving down the street, and Samantha would be having full-blown conversations with me. Mommy, you know what? And mommy, guess what? And what she said, mommy, what you think? And then sometimes I would look back at her and be like, what? So she's been like this forever, y'all. She from a child. She's been like that. So I know sometimes it takes people, out there, for by surprise, but that's the way she's been.
Thank you, TW. I
But
appreciate that.
you.
Hey, Z Pickens.
Hey.
Z Pickens said, hi, ladies, in the beautiful chat. Just catching your live. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Call Me Darling said, I wasn't convinced for months that Shirley wasn't gone. I felt like she was waiting until the CP charges were confirmed.
Yeah, she probably was.
So y'all think she was in the bushes?
Yeah, I think she was in the bushes. And, I think that in her mind, for a long time, she thought things were going to turn around, because she
was
prayer.
praying. Yeah. She was optimistic. She was hopeful. She was reading her Bible passages, her Psalms, the book of Job.
Yeah.
She was really praying and believing in God for a miracle because, at one point, she truly believed that her husband was being wrongly accused.
Mm-hmm.
And that her husband was innocent. And she wanted to stand by her man and honor her commitment and her vows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why she said, I just don't understand. Why are they doing this? They're jealous of us. Why are they after us? She just couldn't understand.
She really thought somebody was jealous of him.
Yeah, they were after him. It was a political thing. Why he tell that lady that knowing he did them crimes? Can we talk about that? Why he had that lady thinking he was being set up and he was being wrongly accused?
I don't know.
Why he did that? Playing with that lady emotion.
He knew he could tell her something like that.
And she would go for
it.
She
would go for it.
Why she do that?
I don't know. Ernesto was doing a lot at the beginning with her, and we could see through the bullshit.
Okay, let's continue on with the comments. TBD said, but why would he ask if the siblings are gay? That's weird. He's a whole homosexual. Yeah, he was asking if the brother was staying. They stay together. I guess he's trying to help his brother out. They trying to, help each other out.
And throughout all of these calls, he's mentioned that, and Shirley has told him, chill out with that,
right?
Because she has a lot of gay friends in the industry,
like Gary with the T.
Yeah, that's her boy,
right?
And I'm like, where is this coming from? You in Atlanta? I mean, come on.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Z Pickens said Ernesto protests too much about gay people, and he's always shading Gary with T.
Right.
Yes. Right. TW said, you appear to be very wise for your age and could help and encourage a lot of people. I have 2 grown daughters, 30s and 40s, and I taught them the game in their teen years. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for that. Shout out to your daughters. Let me see. I'm here for the show. Says sometimes when men are hyper masculine, they are masking their own tendencies. Ooh. I'm here for the show. You ain't got to start. I'm here for the show. That it's giving trade.
I like how classy she put that. Classy read.
That was a classy way to say it's giving trade. I see what you did there. I'm here for the show. That was real classy.
Real classy.
Yeah, real unassuming. Just throwing it out there. Just putting it out there. Karen said, let's give them both a binky. Let them self-soothe, Karen. Give them a binky so they can self-soothe. Toya So Dope said, so was it true that IS gave out misinformation about the plea deal being rejected?
Well, Pam,
our subject matter expert, shout out to
and she
Pammy
needs
Pam.
to let Pam handle stuff like that.
She has a better understanding of the law, obviously.
Pam brought the facts. Pam said, when I present things to you all, I have the facts and the documents to go along with it. And so Pam, she said, go and watch Pam's live.
And Pam said, I can articulate it in a way that the general masses can understand and comprehend it.
Yes. Pam don't add none to it, and she don't take away to it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything legal, I think we all know by now, it's best to just look to Pam the law intellect, right. Pam Esquire. She is the subject matter expert. And like she said, she is able to explain it in a way where we all can understand the legal jargon.
Yeah, so Pam did a live, Toya. So go over there and watch her live. And she broke it down.
So you can get the real facts of what's going on. Yeah. Let's talk to, Pam. My bad, y'all.
Yeah, so you can get a clear understanding of it. Although Manny Fresh gonna bring in some other attorney that she has a relationship to try to, supersede what Pam said or contradict what Pam said. Just being messy.
Right. Basically, like, I don't need you. I have somebody else.
Right.
Who's just as competent as you. So who's to say you're the subject matter expert now?
And you know what I didn't like about that? When I saw that young Black lady, I was like, why is she playing two Black women against each other?
Ooh.
When I saw her, very intelligent young lady, very intelligent, really too intelligent to even be interacting with Manny Fresh. I'm fed. I was thinking, why is she in bringing these two intelligent
and trying to pit them against each other?
Yes.
She using that young lady
as
a pawn in her game, being manipulative.
Yes.
And that's not Christian-like.
No.
That's not of God.
That confusion.
God is not the author of confusion.
There you go.
And she wrong.
That was just what I took away.
For playing that young lady.
And the more I listened to her interact with that young lady and asked her questions, and questions come up, people were asking. It was just messy. Mm-hmm. It was just messy, y'all.
Yep. Miss Lady said, I second that motion at TW. Thank you. I'm here for the show. Said, child, Job said, get somebody else to do it.
Because Job wrote Job.
She did.
She wrote Job.
Job is her boy. Job is her boy. Job said, I'm tired, baby. Get somebody else to do it. I did my big one already. That's enough. Just Friday 88 said, why she acting slow like that?
I don't know.
TBD is laughing at Just Friday. Toya So Dope said she even said Sheridan was jealous of her marriage.
Yeah, she did at the beginning. She said all of that. Oh, she was real upset with Sheridan going down there. Oh, yes. And that was sickening to hear. As a mother, to hear her talk about her daughter like that, it was sickening.
But she learned that from her mother, because she didn't have a close relationship. Shirley didn't have a close relationship with her mom.
Yeah.
So it's like that generational trauma or curse. It just continued.
Yeah.
And that's why she could so easily call her daughter out for what she perceived as being jealous of her.
Yep. She said she was jealous.
And come to find out, it wasn't nothing to be jealous of.
Not one damn thing. And truth
be told, if Sheridan would have went for it, Ernesto would have went with her too.
Ooh,
we ain't gonna talk about that. Let's move on. I'm here for the show. Said y'all low key Shirley is a dingbat. Honey, no. Oh goodness. Miss Lady said he said that because he just plain no good.
Yeah.
Simply Morgan said, and why didn't Ernesto just leave Shirley instead of the continuous cheating? If he wasn't happy, just leave. That because I think that would be too much like right. Yeah. That would be too much like right. And he likes the perks. He liked the celebrity status, the access to the money, the access to the people that he would never be around. That's why you see on his Instagram, he was
If it
so
wasn't for
excited to
Shirley.
take pictures with celebrities. He was a groupie. Ernesto was a groupie.
Yes.
Let's just tell it like a TI is. He's a groupie. He's a social climber. He's hypergamous. And so that's why I think he stayed with Shirley. As much as he complained, was so stressed with the daughter, the this, the that. She couldn't take care of her money. She this, she that. He enjoyed
and
it.
running around in Atlanta scamming people. And how often do you all think, when Shirley and Ernesto went to Atlanta functions, and people in the room and, and people that actually, knew what he was doing, they probably was talking behind Shirley back, they
of course.
Shirley Strawberry and her scamming husband.
Of course. And she's mortified.
Yeah.
Because she cares about what we think. She values our opinion. Karen said, how she got 2 master's degrees but can't read out loud, buy her dress, or pay her bills. Karen said, you got 2 master's degrees, but you struggle to read out loud. You had to have somebody buy you a dress, and you need people to put in the CashApp to help you pay your bills.
Yep.
That's the word. That's
dry begging. She killed me dry begging.
That's exactly what it is. Dry begging. Call
Dry
Me
begging.
Darling said, I cackled when Shirley asked him what happened to the money. Then she put it in on the phone. He lied and said he doesn't talk to anyone but her.
Just a big
and
lie.
And he did it so smooth.
Did y'all catch that?
It just rolled off.
Yes.
Like,
I've been talking to you.
It just rolled so smooth off his tongue.
Yes.
TBD said, not it's giving trade. Sammy, I'm on the floor. Take me out. It's giving trade. It is.
Yes, because he's bringing it up so much. And I'm like, what's up with that? People like him, make, people who choose to live a certain lifestyle, choose to
they're
love.
Born that way.
Yeah,
they're born that way. They don't choose. They're
born that way. Yeah. I have a close friend. She recently got married. Her and her partner got married. And she told me, she said, Felicia, she said, before I got married, her and her partner, they got drunk, y'all, before they walked down the aisle together, because they were so nervous because their family and their friends had never seen them be intimate and kiss.
And they're in their 50s and 60s, y'all, mind you.
And my heart just, that me for her. So it's people like Ernesto that make comments, about people, how they are born or how they choose to live their life or whatever. It's people like him that just, make things so difficult. Mind your business. It ain't got nothing to do with you. But he keeps saying it, and now that you said it, that doesn't sound like trade.
It's giving trade.
Yeah.
Toya said, I'm screaming. Z Pickens said, it's giving trade. Y'all so funny. Y'all know. Y'all know. I'm here for the show. Said, Pam said that is not true. If it was rejected, it would be in court on the record.
Right. That's what she said.
Toya said, so in so many words, y'all are saying she lied. I can read between the lines. That part. That part. That's what we're saying for it. Exactly.
Yes. And on her live last night, they say I be lying, but okay. Okay, but y'all heard. She was like, but y'all heard what? And she kind of set the girl up. To kind of say that what Pam was saying was not true. It was just messy, y'all. The whole lie with that young attorney she had on there, the young lady she had on there last night, I just didn't like that. As people, when you get to be a certain age, it's just some things that you just don't do. And some people just never grow up.
So you saying people should carry themselves with a certain level of wisdom. But yeah.
Right.
And it seems like what you're saying is that some people, they might get older, but they don't get wiser. They just become older fools.
Help your mom out.
So they transition from younger fools to older fools.
Yes.
And wisdom, you got to grow up. So wisdom isn't always associated with age.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're right. You on the money, because that's literally what we're seeing being depicted before our eyes.
Yes.
Let me see. TBD said, cause she stay playing herself so naturally. She uses others the same way.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Gloria. Hey. Welcome. She said, wait, what happened? I'm late. we still going. You good. You good. Just make sure you catch the replay, Glorious Love. But we're gonna keep it going, because we got a few more things we want to talk about before we leave. Toya So Dope said, I believe the young lawyer was being genuine, but I had ulterior motives. That's
what I said. Yeah, she was being real genuine, real nice, real professional, answering the questions. Yeah, she was. And I just hate that for her to get in the middle of her foolishness. Leave her out of it.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to prove a point.
Right. And you know what? She's younger. She's much younger than IS.
Yes, she is.
Okay. Yes, so she should be the wise woman, the crone in this situation. Right? We know as women, we go through 3 stages in life. We go through the maiden, the mother, and the crone. Right. The maiden is when you're a young woman, entering into womanhood. The mother is when you're around that, motherhood age, where you're, in the childbearing age. And then the crone is when you are going into, perimenopause, menopause, and after, and you have that wisdom under your belt. So essentially, she is in the crone stage of her life, and you would expect she would have a certain level of wisdom and maturity, and not try to, use this young lady as a pawn in her game.
Yeah.
You think she would feel a certain level of responsibility, but she doesn't.
Oh, Manny had on her metallic blazer. She had on her dangling earrings.
The metallic.
Yeah, the metallic. She pulled the metallic out.
He's giving Cato's or City?
Cato's. It's giving Cato's.
Baby, I used to love me some. I'm not going to hold you. I was in the Cato's in high school. When I worked at Chick-fil-A, I would get my paycheck from Chick-fil-A and go on down there to the Cato's
advanced up to the Marshalls and the TJ Maxx.
I'm at the Marshalls and the TJ Maxx.
And the Ross.
And the Ross, because we got to elevate. We got to elevate in life, y'all. I'm not at Cato Fashions no more, but I don't knock it because I started there. But now I'm at the Ross, the Marshalls, and the TJ Maxx. Okay? It's a different lifestyle now. Glorious Love said, Nesto said that he doesn't leave anyone. Yeah, he said they leave him.
They leave him.
Yeah. So that's going back to Simply Morgan's point that she made about why didn't he just leave Shirley? Okay.
Yeah.
Peppermint Patty said, and remember, he said he never left anyone. Everyone left him, right? I'm here for the show. So can you imagine finding out your husband is calling you them folks behind your back?
Yes. Yes. Like, you ain't gave him all your damn money.
He the reason why you gotta catch rides and sleep on a blow-up mattress.
And he had the nerve to say, Debbie got her air mattress too. That so ain't shit. Debbie, you got your air mattress.
Why you gonna talk ish behind the jail's wall?
You locked up
behind bars. Gotta be told when you can pee, sleep, and shower and eat.
Man, we can get your old ass to the top bunk.
And got the nerve to try to talk shit. It's just the audacity for me, y'all. It's just I'm never
gonna say Debbie got her air mattress too.
It's just the audacity. Yes. I'm appalled. Glorious Love said, what happened in IS Live? I don't watch at all.
She had a attorney come on to try to, talk about Ernesto's case, the plea. And, just to go against what Pam was saying, pretty much being messy, trying to let us know that, Pam ain't the only attorney that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much that's what she was trying to do.
Yeah. TW said, I think IS may have more than one channel. I ran across a channel that was not her original channel. Yeah, she has multiple channels. Yeah. She has a backup channel. She does. Marilyn Brown said, what a role model Sonya is for Katie. Ooh, her grandbaby, her oldest grandbaby.
And I wonder what Katie is thinking.
Yeah, modeling a good cleanup woman. Yes, she is. The cleanup woman.
And that's definitely what she is,
yes. Making it easy for the cleanup woman. Yes. Sonya's children and siblings should be so embarrassed. I hope somebody in that family knows to pray for the next generation. Oh, hopefully so. Bridget said she went to the college Kim Parker and them went to. On the park. The community college. You know, they went to the community college on the Parker. Yes. Santa Monica Community College. I'm here for the show. Says Shirley is too passive aggressive for me. She should have tore him a new one a long time ago. Yeah, she should have. She getting her slick comments, but she is passive aggressive. In. Yeah, she ain't got enough oomph in her. She also said IS is hating on Erica too. I thought she was for the underdog, but seems like she wants her to go to jail. Yeah. She the ops now. Yeah, she definitely is the ops. Glorious loves that Mama used to say, ain't no fool like an old fool. I know that's right. TBD said she was sitting up there trying to look, learn, and dignified and talk smart. Yes. Did you see that? Like, with that metallic jacket. I was like, this woman is too much. The Tall Diva said, just messy. Toya said, I'm here for the show. She wants everyone except Sonya and Ernesto to be accountable. You've heard how she was saying Shirley could be charged for the bigamy and calling. Really? TW said, it's really sad what she did to Shirley. Don't he know he's going to pay for all he's done? During the live on air marriage proposal, did y'all hear Nephew Tommy's comments about Ernesto? Yeah, he called him Alfredo. Ernesto Tommy was like, oh, what's his name? Alfredo. And Steve was like, and Shirley was like, it's Ernesto. Ernesto, yeah. Nephew Tommy, that's a good point, TW. You could tell Nephew Tommy wasn't buying it. And I think he was trying to make it a joke because he used to always try to flirt with Shirley before he got back with his wife. But I think he knew something wasn't right about Ernesto, but he was trying to mask it in the form of a joke for comedic flair. But, game recognized game. Yeah, for sure. He wasn't all the way convinced. I'm here for the show. Say, yes, Toya, it is weird. So that means Ernesto is guilty, right? Yeah. Glorious Love said, girl, I cannot stomach watching IS. She a lot. Yes. Call Me Darling said he stay on Debbie's neck. Yes. Miss Lady said, okay, ladies, I just had surgery and y'all got me laughing so hard. In here, my stitch is gonna bust. Sending healing vibes to you. Yes. Glorious Love said, hopefully that attorney can help IS on all of her charges. She's a criminal attorney. She say she deals with what she say, guns and something else. She's definitely criminal. Okay. She said it. All right. I'm here for the show. Said Nessa was reading Fat Earth Debbie down, but it was a kiki because how you staying with someone with no bed, sharing an air mattress is ghetto personified. Yeah, I was like, did not ask if Debbie had an air mattress. I'm like, this is too much. Yes. Marilyn said, Miss Lady sang with me on Tuesday. Sending healing vibes, Marilyn. Yes. Rasta and Zion said, Nesto learned his scams in jail. That is where he's resided for the majority of his life. How do you take the advice of a scammer, no time available to nurture his sons and daughters? Yeah. I hear you. Let me see. Call Me Darling said, what did y'all think about Nesto trying to play matchmaker? A mess. Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the live. We thought that was a mess. A mess. Him trying to play Cupid, playing Mr. Telephone Man on that Global Tel link. Can't even
On
spell.
the folk phone.
I'm playing on the folk phone. Can't even spell connect, but trying to connect Dre with Trish. Connect, honey. Spell it out, honey. CONNEIE. No, honey, that's not right. Come on, honey, get it right. Connect, honey. Like CONNEC. Connect.
And y'all, they went through that about 3 times. It was like a read drill. It was like a read.
That connect had him in a choke. But getting so frustrated. She was so flustered and frustrated.
She was adamant about getting him to spell it correctly.
She was.
They spell it.
You know what it remind me of? Y'all remember when y'all was growing up and you was doing math problems and mama would be like, if Johnny had 4 apples and you took away 3, how many do you have?
Oh, yeah.
And you would be like 7. And she'd be like, no, if Johnny had 4 apples and we took away 3, how many does he have left? That's what it reminded me of.
I think that was one of the best parts of all the calls.
That was iconic.
That was iconic. We gotta find that snippet and put
it. Yeah, that was iconic. That was iconic. That was comedic gold right there. No, honey, come on, honey. Honey, come on. Spell it. That's not connect. That's not how you spell it. Okay. All right. It's connect. And you could tell like he was having anxiety because he was struggling. He knew she was upset and he was trying to get it right, but he couldn't get it right. You could tell his anxiety was on the thousand. He was embarrassed. He's like, I'm trying to get it right. Between that and the paparazzi, I just don't get it. Y'all. It had him in a chokehold. Yeah. Call Me Darling said she talks to Sonya every day. I
believe it.
I'm here for the show. Said at Call Me Darling, that's the one Sonya's sister and dude. Hey Uncle Charles, what's up? Peppermint Patty said, I bet Ernesto wish he had an air mattress. I know he that hard mattress in that jail cell. Karen said Sonya is Nesto's toilet paper, necessary but disposable. That's that's a good analogy. Call Me Darling is laughing. Glorious Love is laughing. I'm here for the show. Said connect. CONNECK. That connect. Oh my God. I think it's the way he pronounced it is why he wanted you put that K in there to connect.
But why was Shirley so upset with him? She knew who she married. That wasn't the first time that situation like that had happened. Something like that had happened. She knew the mess.
TBG said, I am here for the show. He wants Sonya's sister real bad. We talked about that too. Yeah. I think he has a crush on her sister. The Tall Diva said that was a connect moment with Dre too, trying to call Trisha. Yes. Peppermint Patty said that connect had me crying. Gloria says connect. Cass said COOL. What's that spell? TW said, my father-in-law used to say, I may be a fool, but I ain't no damn fool. I used to laugh at this saying hysterically. He was an older man and very wise. Nice. Simply Morgan said, connect. I'm falling out. That's why he don't like Shirley. No, that's why he don't like her.
He don't like her.
I know he was like, this bitch. She didn't give him no grace.
No.
Oh, she was so upset and annoyed and agitated.
Yes.
Oh, she gave him no grace.
Yes.
Yeah. TBD said, but why the volume of their voice increased the more you got it wrong, Sammy? Like I heard the math problem, Mom. It's the math I'm having trouble with. Yes. I am here for the show. Said that call was the blind leading the blind.
Yes.
Bridget said that call was so remedial. That's a classic, though.
It is.
That's gonna go down in history.
Yeah.
At TBD, I'm here for the show. Said, yep. Jada Pinkett took me out. Yeah.
Did you?
He said she gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Like Jada
Why
Pinkett
he
Smith.
disrespect Jada like that?
The Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith is gorgeous. And we're not going to talk about how stunning she was in the 90s. Still beautiful.
Beautiful.
But she's a gorgeous woman to
Very.
this day. I mean, Sonya cute. She all right. She ain't no Jada. But he said her stature, her frame. But I'm prone to believe that Jada may have a little bit more meat on her bones.
And Jada is taller, probably.
I don't know. She definitely looks like she has a little bit more meat on her bone. Glorious Love said it was interesting. Bridget said the fact that Shirley actually dialed those little bit of numbers. Yes. Yes. I'm here for the show. Said Dre was like, boy, bye. Where she work? Right. I'm here for the show. Dre said, do she got a check? Forget how fine she is. If she got real hair on her head and she don't need a ninja for nothing, do she got a check? Do she got her own money? Because I don't want no woman to need me. Dre and Nesta are the type of men that they want women who are successful and have their own money. They want a woman to need them emotionally and not financially.
Exactly.
And you have some men out there where they don't want you to need them financially. They don't want you asking them for nothing. They don't want you to have the expectation that they got to pay a bill. They got to take you to Port Calvin's, or they got to take you to Ruth Chris or whatever. But they want you to be dependent on them emotionally so they can control you.
Yes, it's control.
And that's the type of men they are.
Yeah.
They don't want you to need them financially, but they definitely want you to need them emotionally. Call Me Darling said he tried giving her a phone number and it was the same thing. Numbers were missing. Yes. I'm here for the show said, why? What about Nesto changing Sonya's diapers? Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. And that's why she feels
we couldn't believe that.
We couldn't believe it either. I'm here for the show.
We had to fact check that.
Yeah. We was like, where was her people at? Where was Kamon? Where was Sydney? Where was Trisha?
Because
where was Quentin?
I didn't think I heard
Where was Yvette? Nobody could come down. I mean, I know it was during COVID, but they could have rotated one person visit, then the other swap out on another. What happened? Glorious Love said, child, Nesto needs to just be a suit hanger and stand in the corner and shut up.
Pretty much.
He ain't gonna never shut up. Okay, y'all, let's also talk about when Nesto said, when Nesto was talking to
Fannie Mae.
Well, let me see. Anna Rose said Fannie Mae about to baptize Nesto Rico. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I love how you call her Fannie Mae.
Y'all saw Madam
Bonnie Willis.
Madam DA, honey, she was like, she not happy about it. She said he been scamming people. She said,
yes.
Wow. Did you see the interview?
I did. She on that.
It's over for him. It's a wrap.
She ain't playing. Gorilla Grip is not playing. Respectfully. Okay, anyway, let's go back to another point I wanted to talk about, y'all. Y'all remember in one of the calls when he was talking to Dre, and he was talking to Dre how Sonya and Trisha had came back to him and told him that Dre never followed up with Trisha. He never called her back. Trisha called Dre and said, hey, leaving you a voicemail. If you're interested and you want to talk, you want to get to know each other better, give me a call back, but it's no pressure. It's up to you. Call me back at your earliest convenience. So Dre never called her back. And so Trisha whined to Sonya, and Sonya confronted Nesta and was like, hey, your boy never called my sister back. What's up? And Dre was like, well, she said to get back at her at my earliest convenience. She didn't say I had to call her back immediately. She just said at your earliest convenience, which is what I was going to do. I was going to get back to her at my earliest convenience. And she said it was no pressure. And so Ernesto was like, well, you see, women say that, but that shows how desperate they are. Her saying that to you lets you know how desperate she is, because she came back and told me and Sonya that she don't think you like her because you never called her back. And he was like, that's an indicator that she's desperate. When women do that, that means they're desperate. And he was telling Dre how Trisha had said she wasn't going to run up behind no man. She wasn't going to chase no man. If a man wasn't reciprocating and he wasn't interested in her, that simply just meant he wasn't interested. And she's not that type of woman. She don't do that. She don't run up behind men. She don't harass men. She just let it flow, according to her. I'm paraphrasing, okay? And Dre was like, well, she told me I could get back to her, so I'm going to take my time. And I didn't get back to her. So basically, like, what about it? And so Ernesto was like, well, these women talking about Trish. They say they're not going to run up behind the man, but it's 1,000 women to one man, according to Nesto. And so Nesto say that we as women, we got to chase the man, because it's competition out here in these streets, and we don't have the luxury of being chased by men, because it's 1,000 women to one man. It's 1,000 women to one man. Excuse me. What did y'all think about that? And why would Trisha tell Dre, hey, call me back, as soon as you can. It's no pressure if you don't want to. And then be in her feelings when he didn't call her back. Because based off of the phone call, when they did the 4-way, Nesto and Sonya playing matchmaker, Mr. Telephone Man, I kind of got from that call, and y'all let me know what y'all think. I kind of gathered that Dre wasn't really too invested in it, because he already have a friend that he went to spend his birthday with. So to me, it didn't seem that Dre was too pressed about it. So that's why I was like, well, I could tell then that Dre wasn't going to follow up with her. As much as Nesto rant and rave about how beautiful, Trisha is, that's cool. But I can tell he wasn't going to follow up with her then. But why would she tell Dre that? If she wanted to hear back from him, I wonder why she didn't feel comfortable saying that to him. Why trying to play it off as being nonchalant when really she felt some type of way about it? I just thought that was interesting. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Okay, let me read the comments. Okay. Calm Silent is laughing. The tall diva said when her sister want to hook up from jail. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but maybe Nesto was a little bit right about being desperate, because why would you want to get hooked up that way? That's a good point, this tall diva. I don't know. It was kind of giving a little bit, I don't know, maybe her options were slim, or maybe she was just trying to keep an open mind, but I would not want no ninja that's locked up trying to hook me up with somebody, personally. I just wouldn't. But let me know what y'all think.
I think I would have passed on that.
I would have passed. I'm here for the show said Dre doesn't want that lady. I don't blame him based on Sonya's crazy tale.
He don't.
Yeah. He don't want to be bothered. And that's what Fifi was saying earlier in the live. I'm here for the show. Marilyn Brown said Dre is Team Shirley. He not trying to get mixed up with Sonya.
That's what I said.
That's what Fifi said, Marilyn. Mm-hmm. Yep. The tall diva said, I think Nesto and Sonya lying to both Trisha and about what everybody's saying. Glorious Love said, how about Dre ain't into her? Yeah, I don't think he was. Yeah. TD said, I felt a lot. One thing is Ernest really think he high value. He a premium man, y'all.
Yeah, he said that in one of the phone calls.
Yeah. I'm here for the show said they may have been trying to set him up. Glorious Love says she is desperate and Dre knows it. Yeah, they had a point about that.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, this fool did not say it's 1,000 women to one man and women have to chase the man or else they're going to be alone. And you in jail. Ain't got a penny to your name, let you tell it. Or a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. But women need to be vying for your attention. Yep. Premium man.
Premium.
Wow. Are we down that bad, y'all? That ninjas like that still think they premium? That hurts my heart. Bridget said leaving a voicemail in general should have told Dre she was desperate. So, Bridget, you saying it's a no to leave voicemails, Bridget? Bridget, let us know in the chat. Simply Morgan said, didn't Dre say I'm good and you should be too? He did. But he also said, I'm good. I don't need a lot of women like you, basically.
Yep, he did.
Let me see. I'm here for the show said sad. Cass said Nestor's going to be alone as well unless he gives into those tendencies when he goes to the big house. Yeah. Because he ain't going to be able to buy no female companionship from the COs like they doing in Fulton County, allegedly. He don't have the funds for that. So, yeah, a point was made. Marilyn Brown said Trisha is just as bad as Sonia. Why doesn't she tell her sister that she should not be entertaining a married man? Yes. Miss Letty said, I think Nesto missed math class that day. 1,000 women to one man. Seriously, Nesto. He said 1,000 women to one man. Yeah.
But that's how about.
She said the math ain't mathing. Hey, Andy. Hey. Property management and maintenance services. How are you? Yes. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Another thing we gotta talk about when Nesto told Dre that Debbie and Shirley running around like two Miss Daisies. Run around Atlanta. Debbie and Shirley running around Atlanta like two Miss Daisies. What's up with the driving Miss Daisy reference? Why he got to throw shade at them ladies like that? Now, he was cool with driving Miss Daisy when she was putting money on his books and paying for his attorney fees, but now he want to insult the lady age and be an ageist and age shame. What's up with that, y'all? That ain't cool. That ain't right. That ain't right. What y'all thought about that? Z Pickens said Ernesto represents many men who are incarcerated physically and mentally, yet they are still belittling women. Sisters, please invest in yourself so you can pick who you want. Yes, I like that, Z Pickens. Great point. Yes. Let me see. Glorious Love said it's a no in all caps to have my sister that is chasing a mush mouth jailbird married man set me up. Agreed, Glorious Love. I don't care how hard it gets. I ain't never gonna be down that bad. I'm not going out sad like that. I don't care how bad it gets. Peppermint Patty is laughing. A pimp named Nasty Nesto. All right, now a pimp named Nasty Nesto. They said, was he wrong? Miss Daisy gets around. Okay, you're not right. A pimp named Nancy Nessa said, but was he wrong though? I mean, Miss Daisy does get around. She does get around. But you know, he always has to throw shade at her age. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm here for the show is laughing. Marilyn Brown said, well, move over, Dre. Since Nestle's going to be doing some big time, he's probably going to get a new best friend. Oh, Lord. He probably will. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Bertha May Bottom said, you two are so smart and beautiful. Thank you, Bertha. Welcome to the chat. Bridget said, he was the driver. Bridget said he was the help. It's giving employees. It's giving staff. Bridget said hashtag staff. She said Ernesto was the staff. He was the driver.
So Shirley lost her driver.
He was Morgan Freeman. He kind of looked like him too.
Baby, he said Denzel gonna play him.
He said Denzel or Omari Hardwick. Omari Hardwick. Y'all Google who Omari Hardwick is. I'm gonna put Omari Hardwick in the community chat. You know how fine Omari Hardwick is. I know you in line. Omari Hardwick is fine. Not fine, but fine. Mm-hmm. I'm here for the show said, sorry, but he has Shirley and Debbie to a T. He knows them inside and out. He does. He does. Mm-hmm. We can't refute that. He does.
He does. Look, one thing. Look, Shirley didn't even have no furniture. No pot. But they had the wine glasses. Clink, clink. We gonna get us some nice wine glasses to get us a bottle of wine, but they ain't have no furniture. I thought that was hilarious.
That's ghetto fabulous.
That's ghetto.
Personified. I don't know what it
Yes.
is. Talk about not having your priorities in order. That's hilarious.
Debbie had went out and got them some wine glasses and a bottle of wine.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
TBD said, I do think Dre and Sonya are texting more. Interesting. Let me see. Oh, we got 88 people in the chat. Please like the video, y'all. Like. Please, y'all. Support. If you're new to our channel and you like our content, we just got to do a break. Please like the video. We got 63 likes, so we got 88 people watching right now. Excuse me, please like the live, like the stream. It's free to do so, and we would really appreciate your support as it continues to push us in the algorithm. So please like and please subscribe if you like our content and our channel. Okay. Let me see. A pimp named Nasty Nesto. It's the handle for me. Employment under the table, no official documents at all. Peppermint Patty said, you never saw Shirley washing no car. No, but we saw him washing cars.
Exactly.
You're right. He was the help.
Yep.
He was the help. He was.
Why he talking?
Mm-hmm. I'm here for the show that Morgan Freeman can't play Nesto. Anna Rose said, imagine Nesto saying chauffeur. He would butcher it. I can imagine him saying chauffeur. He would butcher it. He would butcher it. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Okay. And what's up with him always referring to Debbie as the big girl? Debbie ain't big like that. She big.
I don't know what.
Fine.
He has a problem with Debbie.
Because Debbie be in her ear telling her that the truth.
Yeah.
Debbie the ox, just like you see Panay as the ox in Sheridan.
Yeah, that's why when he thought he was getting out, he killed me on these calls. I'll be out next week. I should be out by your birthday, or I should be out real soon. Yeah. Look like I'm gonna be out next week. And so when he thought he was getting out one time and he didn't get out, he said, Debbie gonna still be there when I get out. And Shirley said, yeah, probably so.
It was like,
damn.
Furniture ain't going nowhere, boo.
Yes.
I'm here for the show said, Debbie is so broke. She should have gotten a hotel suite and invited Shirley over instead of sharing a twin size air mattress. Yeah, they struggling together, helping each other. That's her companion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you for being a friend. Yeah. That's what friends are for.
Yep.
Yes. Good times and bad times.
I'll be on your side forevermore.
That's what friends are for. I'm here for the show. Oh, we read that. Let me see. TW said, Dre said, every woman Nesto refers ends up being crazy. LOL. So I don't think Dre trusts Nesto's judgment. I'm just saying, yeah, he know.
Yeah, he know.
Karen said, it's better to eat a cracker in peace than a steak in hell. Learn to eat yours with brie cheese, Shirley. Oh, that's a word right there, Karen.
That's the word.
Okay, you
that's a lesson in love right there.
Yeah, let me read that again.
Read that again.
Karen Soto said, it's better to eat a cracker in peace than a steak in hell. Learn to eat yours with brie cheese, Shirley. I know about that brie cheese. That brie cheese. Wow. That's a word. TBD said, I am here for the show. That's a great point. The Tall Diva said, Nesto probably like Debbie's size secretly. Let's talk about that. How often do we hear men be like, oh, I don't like women that wear lace fronts. I don't like women that wear long eyelashes, long nails, get on there, and then they turn around and end up with the very thing they say they don't like, for example. How often do we hear that?
A lot.
A lot. We know people like that personally, but we ain't gonna
Mhm.
get into it. But okay, a pimp named Nasty Nesto. He was mad Mississippi Monica was the ops too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He got a problem with her too.
Yeah. What you say? The lady with the big head and the ugly ass eyebrow. She do got a big head and the eyebrows. Why he mess with Mississippi Monica?
He just
And it's probably
trash.
Mississippi Monica listening to the calls and
Oh, for
reporting back. You
sure.
know she is.
Yeah,
You know Mississippi Monica got her ears to the streets.
for
Cause
sure.
word on the curb is she be knowing all the people business. That's what they say, allegedly. Bridget said, "Did y'all see Pop at the pool?"
No, Pop was at the pool. I'm gonna go over there on Pop show.
Now we got to do a live reaction. We got to do a reaction to that.
See
Y'all, we trying to stay off Pop and stay professional. Y'all get us in trouble every time we talk about Pop. We get off task.
We finna read these last comments.
And
We've
be
been
out
out here
3
for
hours.
Kicking with y'all.
I'm here for the show. Said he doesn't like Debbie because she's cutting in on his share of the money.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, that's true.
That same reason why he don't like Sheridan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She also said at TBD, okay, I can do bad by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Miss. I guess I thought that Steve would have helped her, but I guess not if she's still struggling. Yeah, and in those earlier calls, it seemed like she was afraid to ask for help too.
She was embarrassed
because he told her, "At your age, you shouldn't be going through this."
Yeah,
he really chastised her and reprimanded her. He really didn't show her a lot of like grace
at all.
He was kind of like condescending,
and I know he probably really upset with her at this point.
When she told how the conversation went, it seemed like she felt chastised by Steve
because his name has showed up on the list. So I know he probably like, damn.
Let's see. The people done called Broderick down to the Fulton County Court. So I know Broderick mad as hell.
He on the list.
Yeah, that's Steve's real name for people who don't know. But yeah, he was scolding her. Mm-hmm. Like, you're too old to be going through this. So somebody talking to you like that, I mean, are you going to feel inclined to confide in them? Mm-hmm. You know, especially when they're going to just turn around and make you the butt of the joke. I probably wouldn't tell him my business either. If we being honest, not Bridget putting the music emoji when we singing. Peppermint Patty said, "I don't feel sorry for Nesto, but when Lamont told him he had the money for his bail, but no one could bring it down there, he sounded like someone stuck a pin in him and let all the air out." Yeah,
it was gonna take a couple of more than Lamont to help him. I think they needed so many people because of the high amount of the bail.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. So those are all the points that we made. We've been online for almost 3 hours. This was so fun per usual. This was a good Kiki session. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. If you missed the first, 2 hours of the live, please go back when you do so and watch the replay and like the video and let us know your comments. We talked about a lot of good points and had a lot of good discussions throughout the live. So please go back and watch the replay. We encourage you to do so you can share your insight with us, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Have a great night, and please be sure to like this video, subscribe. If you like our content and what we stand for, please share our channel with your family, friends, your co-workers, your ops. Just share it, tell a friend, spread the word. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We'll link all of that in our description box. And we'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all. Have a great night. Bye. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
We love you very, 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 very much. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night. Good night.